And the cars are leaving the pit lane, and we are all set to go for the 2023 campaign of IndyCar to get underway on the streets of St. Petersburg here in Florida. We apologise that it's not exactly full normal race coverage that we bring you, but with Bahrain and loads of technical difficulties, as the guys in the box will agree, who are actually wearing the same shirt. I must have missed the memo. As well. Hello and welcome. Adam Lemrys and Tom Dillon join me as well. Megan Birch stepping in and out from the commentary box. And I've got one more trick up my sleeve, but it's not really working that well. Good afternoon to you, Adam. New IndyCar season. Are you ready for this?
Let's get rocking and rolling. After a fantastic F1 season opener in Bahrain, it's time to go racing streets. It's time to go racing street style in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida. New drivers on new teams, and well, can Scott McLaughlin repeat as last year's winner here? Soon find out.
Megan as well coming in this one as well. IndyCar, a series you love to call, and actually requested to be in the box despite having done Bahrain. We're back on the streets.
Yeah, I really do love this series, not just because of the crashing, though I admit it's a bit complicated. That's why I'm having to go in and out because I've got the law work to do.
Tom, IndyCar back, and it's a nightmare to cover, as you said yourself, but we're all ready to go for what should be another great year.
Well, I don't have a timing screen, but I do have a picture of the race. So, excited. I'm excited with this one. St. Petersburg is one of those, if I'm right in saying, Adam will know a bit more than me, it is one of the more new street circuits. But in the few years we have had it, it's been very entertaining. The racing here usually can be quite good.
We are missing a timing screen at the moment in terms of driver tracker. They've changed the app, and we did have it on briefly, but it was causing numerous problems with our systems. So we're going to wait until the first ad break, as well as the first caution, which is bound to be. And then Josh is
3 minutes in.
Yeah, then Josh is going to join us in the commentary as well, and he's going to do some split screening as well. And hopefully we'll try and get that working somehow. But at the moment, it was a big ugly gap at the top of the screen there that nobody likes to see. So instead, you're going to like this, Adam, we're going to replace it with the American flag. I think there's no better way.
All right, Josh. Cool.
No better way. Can't have a driver tracker, let's have the stars and stripes. Okay, so Roman Grosjean on pole position as well here as the timing pictures break up. It's not actually our fault, thankfully, out here on the circuit.
Do you know the stripes of the original 13 colonies?
They are, yes.
Well, the original states.
Just quick, because I coming to green, I want to ask Adam the question. Roman Grosjean, third season now here in IndyCar. Does he actually stand contention to maybe try and go for a championship challenge? He's certainly pushing as hard as he can.
Absolutely, it's called. He starts on pole position here today, and don't count him out for wins this year. He is really due. So watch out for Romain Grosjean at Andretti Autosport. He's going to be a factor to watch in 2023.
Here we go then, folks. They are coming out of the last corner. Roman Grosjean from Colton Herta for the first time in 2023. The green flag falls, and we are race on here in IndyCar. Grosjean leads. Herta's having a problem already from Pato O'Ward. Ericsson looking around the outside towards turn number one. O'Ward might go for second. Lunging up the inside. Kyle Kirkwood making a little bit of a presence known. O'Ward in the McLaren has to fall back into third position. Dixon's having a bit of a side-by-side battle as well over here, and they all just about make it through, and there's a yellow flag in this middle, and there's a multiple car crash in the middle of the field, and there's a big huge accident. Huge cars up in the air. The aero screen really proving the test. Caution out immediately, and surely a red flag. I think Pagano was involved. I think also Stingray Rob.
Helio.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. Stingray Rob comes over from the Indy NXT series, and
Doing all right.
And to give you an update on how Jamie Chadwick did this morning in her first start in the Indy NXT series, she crashed out. So it's a learning curve for Jamie Chadwick this year. So tomorrow on Grid Live Encore, the guys will be talking about Jamie Chadwick's Indy NXT debut. So be sure to subscribe to the Grid Network YouTube channel.
Tom, red flag, the track's blocked, 6 cars involved, 2 of them as well. And one is Alexander Rossi. They had to stop that race immediately, didn't they? So red flag out. We'll go into a brake procedure, maybe even get our driver tracker back. After all that, they stop on lap 1 of the season. Red flag's out.
So, looking at the cars involved, it's the number 60, I say. They're going over to make sure everyone's okay. Either that or he's going to try and lamp him. I'm not too sure which one. Body language looks okay at the moment. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars involved. It's the Series XXM 86 Honda.
So it's VK, Stingray Rob, I think Ilot's involved, Austin Campino is going to come in for the touring cars.
Can't see.
They're all,
Was
all
I not
cars
got in
there.
the air, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
it all started there.
Yeah.
Who hit the wall? Was
There.
it? Who hit the wall back? It was one of the McLarens, and it all hits again. So someone else is damaging the McLaren. I think coming through. Let's take a look.
There.
Yeah. So Ferrucci got into sideways as well, and it all just cambers up. And
Oh.
it's a.
Ferrucci,
Good
luckily, just like when he was thrown.
It was
fine.
Benjamin Pedersen who started at the back, who hit the side as well. I believe of the 33. And it definitely Francesco up in the air and over the top. Nasty sideways hit. Red flag's out then. Race stopped immediately. Not the start of the IndyCar season we wanted.
Christian Evans involved in that.
I think he is. Yes, he is. Like, here he is, back involved. Here he is on the screen. And bang, bang, bang.
What's
Bloody hell. It's a nasty crash. Nasty crash.
Yes.
And I'll tell you now, that was a full side-on impact as well. Pretty much a T-boning. I couldn't quite see who it was. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not totally versed in this
Well,
new IndyCar field. There was
okay, so it's
yet more incidents.
it's Cash Neves, Ferrucci, Devlin Di Francesco, Stingray Rob, Simon Pagino, and Benjamin Pedersen all involved in that crash at the opening of this race, and that's put out the red flag. And it was
Who
the
got T-boned?
29 got T-boned to the side. It was Devlin
That's
Di
a nasty,
Francesco.
nasty crash, that is. It's nasty.
So he went up in the air. That's an oval crash on a road course.
This is where it started.
So who ran into the back?
Whoever that is went
Can't
too
see.
slow.
Let's go over the commentators. They'll have more info.
Di Francesco, which is what got him sideways when Di Francesco was checking up for the accident with Castro. I mean, we can go on and on. Just a massive chain reaction.
And really all just starts with that contact Felix Rosenquist had with Scott Dixon, sends him into the outside wall. Here's on board from Juncos Hollinger Racing.
Oh, and
He just snuck through
That's the
with Rita's
replays.
VK there as well. Minor contact, but no damage. And here's Graham Rahal. It's so tough. You're sitting so much lower than this driver camera shows. So the drivers, they can't see even as far around the corner as we can from this perspective. It's so hard on a blind corner.
And I correct myself.
Santino's okay, giving himself a thumbs up as well. So, red flag. Race is stopped. That's our first red flag of the year, everybody, if you wanted to call it with us.
Any rookies involved in that?
Somebody, and then look to
And, well, the 51's got side. Yeah, Benjamin Petersen, rookie. Stingray Rob, rookie. All involved down there.
Not a great way to start your first race.
And there's more cars off. Red flag out then. We'll hand over to Tom Gaymore as we'll collect our breaths, get everything sorted. Cars up in the air at the start here. Let's hand over to Tom Gaymore.
Well, we'll wait to hear news regarding Devlin Di Francesco. That was a horrible looking accident. As James Hinchcliffe said on commentary, he's never seen an accident like that. Pedersen with so much speed coming through that turn 2-3 complex, completely unsighted. The track was blocked. Devlin was broadside and he T-boned the side of that Andretti Autosport machine, which launched the Canadian into the air, where he's done a sort of 180 and then come back down. An extreme amount of energy. The track blocked now, the cars under red flag conditions. There they are back in pit lane, but with 27 cars and the practice and the qualifying incidents that we've seen, there was always a high probability of a caution. On lap 1, we've gone one step further than that. We now have a red flag situation. There is the cleanup underway, and as soon as we have news regarding Devlin Di Francesco, we will pass that to you. There is his teammate Romain Grosjean, who led the field from green. It was a bit of a disjointed rolling start. The front few rows in a good position, and then the rest of the grid with a lot of speed in through 1 and 2 as they got going under green flag conditions in single file, having dropped off the back of the grid. And a fair few cars eliminated in that. We saw Simon Pagenaud and Helio Castroneves, the two veterans, they took a heavy hit. There is the contact on the left rear of Scott Dixon's PNC Ganassi machine. You can see just where he came together with Felix Rosenqvist. There was just no room through there. And as Rosenqvist joined the racing line, having been slow on the outside of turn 3, the rest of the field had to concertina up as they checked up on the exit. And that allowed Santino Ferrucci to get into the back of Castroneves, and there was some evasive action from the rest of the field. There's Callum Ilott. He awaits the green. Let's head back stateside.
We're under a red flag here for the first race of the IndyCar season. Here on JB Motorsports, the IndyCar coverage, literally we were in 5 minutes of coming on air and the red flag gets called out thanks to all our technical issues. I'm delighted to say that Josh will be joining us in the commentary box shortly, and he too is going to do the same as last year for the opening race and get everything sorted. Megan's alongside me though in the comms box at the moment, Megs.
Pretty sure we only made it in a minute, maybe not even that,
Yeah.
of that race before it was red flags.
3 corners really, isn't it? Guys,
Yeah.
coming to you, Tom and Adam as well. What a mess of a start it was indeed. What do you make of it all? As our pictures will return shortly. What do you make of it? I'll go with you, Tom.
Well, IndyCar's back, isn't it, Josh?
Yes.
It's typical IndyCar to start the season, and I think actually they're looking at getting one of those cars back into
Ferrucci,
the race,
not
but
really,
the
yeah.
Stricken 29 car, I think it is, having
Dixon.
to go back into the bits. They're doing a few more analysis bits of the
So,
race start,
It
but
was
it just
Dixon,
seemed
look.
it just seemed so needless early on to be battling that hard. It almost had an air of Macau 2018 about it.
So Scott hit Rosenquist, which made him go slightly into the side, which then I think had a kamikaze effect in people trying to avoid him,
Yeah.
which then went all the way
Cash
back
Neves
into
went
people
round.
slowing. So technically it all
I
stems
think
from those two.
so. It was Simon Pagenaud who went round, and then Cash Neves went round. Pagenaud got round it all, and then Devlin DiFrancesco runs in. Stingray Rob crashed into the back of him, as
Chain
does.
reaction.
And then Devlin DiFrancesco just gets a massive whack up in the air. Oh, blind completely. And it was Benjamin Peterson who just sort of whacked him. Huge accident, and we knew it was going to be red flag immediately, Adam, didn't we? It was just that track blocked, too big of an accident. Stop the race. No need for anything else.
Oh yeah, Josh, and you feel for these rookies. It's their first IndyCar race this season, and look what happens. Red flag. I guess there's no more way to go than up, for the rest of the year. So it's a lot. This IndyCar season is a long one, so those rookies have a lot to learn.
So we're going to be in for a lengthy red flag, and I understand, Tom, that Josh is also doing his magic with getting you some timing screens as well, which is going to be handy.
He sorted me out, actually.
Oh,
So
nice.
I thank Josh Turner very much for that. I wasn't the IndyCar website wasn't working for me, so he
That's
set me
what
up on
Crash
this
does. Yeah.
timing 71 thing, which is working. So I thank him for that. I had to jump through hoops because I'm a difficult person who likes to use Microsoft Edge, and had to enable some settings to get that
Absolutely.
sorted. But anyway, they've got the umbrellas out on all of the cars. We're looking at Scott Dixon's machine, who's got a little bit of damage to the left-hand side. Now, this is again is where the nuances of IndyCar is a little bit lost on me. Are they allowed to work on the cars during the red flag?
Adam will know.
I don't think so. All I know is hopefully we can have a good rest of the race without any more red flags. One's enough. Am I right, Josh?
Absolutely. Don't want to be talking through delays too much. It is our first of the year, though, and the first race. That's at least it gives us time to build stuff up properly. Let's hand back over to Tom Gamemore. Give ourselves a bit of a breather.
Great to see Devlin DiFrancesco out the car, walking away under his own steam. He's a tough little character. I've spent numerous days with him when he was at Carlin, down at Pembury on the southwest coast, pounding around. And yeah, he's a tough little character, and that would have hurt. There was an astonishing amount of energy, I'm sure, when the safety crew and the teams download that data, the force, the G-force in that impact, quite incredible. And just seeing from Connor Daly's perspective there as he sliced through the space on the left-hand side, how quickly Peterson hit Devlin DiFrancesco, the speed of which he did that. He did not check up at all. And whereas some of the other cars had, he would have still hit Devlin DiFrancesco, but the rate of knots in which he did because he hadn't checked up, it was a horrible looking accident. So Romain Grosjean, his second ever IndyCar pole position. He's now under red flag conditions. He's an experienced racer. He knows how to control Alt-Delete, get reset, get back going again. He's in the best position to lead this field through this sequence of corners as they get up to turn 4. This is the newly repaved section. Now, normally when you get new asphalt down between 2, 3 and 4, it adds to the grip. Well, these Firestone tires are having none of it. There's a big bump as well as you head down to the turn 4 braking zone. That wasn't there before. It's causing all kinds of issues for the drivers. So once we get going into green flag action, you will see what I mean by that. But as it stands at the moment, still under red flag conditions, still with the whole race ahead of us here in St. Petersburg. And it's going to be a real spectacle, albeit minus those cars that are taken out in that, well, that one incident. There's Joseph Newgarden in the Hitachi machine, his Team Penske car further down than he would have liked.
Was always destined for greatness. Tinned up on time, no lateness.
Turning that off quickly. Thanks to copyright stuff as well. Josh, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Hello. On second thoughts, it's working. So do that, but just put your camera on and make that driver track as big as you can, and I can keep Tom and Adam on. So make that driver track as big as you can and put your camera on somewhere, and I'll take it from there because the 4 screens decided to work. I agree with you, though, as well, Tom. This is one of the worst series to cover in terms of getting everything thing. Great racing, great action, but I wish the timings would work just a little bit better for us.
I also wish they'd tell you when the green flag is rather than you just having to guess and put the broadcast on. That you don't seem to get, Formula 1, the FIA notes, you can quite easily get them up if you're confused. But the fact that the IndyCar app was telling me the race is at 5 o'clock when it is literally not at 5 o'clock.
We went green at 5:30, I believe, our time. And 5:31.
That's right, Josh.
Yeah. So 10 minutes even later. Let's have some radio. Power.
Felix is my best friend, man, and feel really sad that we made contact there. It's kind of where that, the area through, exit 2 and through 3, it kind of funnels and then kind of the outside wall comes in. And honestly, I thought it was clear and felt just a small rub. But then obviously saw in the mirror that kind of backed up the traffic there and figured it must have been a slightly bigger hit than I thought for him. So I feel really bad for Felix.
It's always tough for drivers in these situations where you're mentally prepared to get in the race, get 100 laps going, and then to have a red flag after you just get started. How do you sort of reset, especially knowing it was a big accident, a lot of debris, to just kind of get that focus back and get your head in the game?
Yeah, I think all of us are just ready to get going. Obviously, we never want to see that. And again, I reiterate, I hope everybody was okay. It looked like a pretty violent crash kind of back in the pack there, but ready to go here, man. The PNC Bank number 9's been fast all weekend. We just need to move up some spots here, but I think we've got a great car and looking forward to getting going here.
Just real quick, Scott, we know it's hot in these race cars, but you've got a 180-mile-an-hour wind coming at you. How hot is it right now just sitting there baking in the sun?
Yeah, it's not easy. I probably would have decided to maybe run a cool suit now. Would have helped a little bit, but I've got a nice umbrella here and a little bit of a fan, so I'm pretty comfortable right now.
All right, bud. Well, I'm glad you're comfortable. Hopefully you're comfortable when the green flag drops again. Best of luck.
I appreciate it. Cheers.
That's absolutely fantastic as well, isn't it, that they've come through? And I can see that, Josh. You'll be right back. Is that the track? Oh, he's disappeared. Okay. Tom, we'll try that again and go green again. 99 to go out of the 100. Usually it's 110 laps. They've taken some off the duration compared to last year just to make it a nice round 100. They can't even make one lap without problems. Should we hear from Rollins Crest first?
He said when they just talked to him on the radio is how bad he feels because you're his best friend. He thought he was clear. What did you see in your view of the incident?
Yeah, it felt like he didn't see that I was there. It's kind of like hard to see on the camera, but the wall comes back on the left, and we were going. You know, I never expected him to swerve out and take the kind of normal racing line because we were side by side, and you know, I was just, you know, I didn't really try to go on the outside. I was just kind of trying to get through the first couple of turns. You know, he was on the red, so he probably would have got me anyways, but I was just hanging there, and I think he didn't know I was there. So yeah, it sucks. We had a good chance today. I think we had to get this thing back to the garage, and hopefully we can be back for just kind of get through some pit stops and some running. But yeah, really bummed about it. It's just not the way we want to start.
And then behind you, there was even more chaos. How much concern did you have, especially as we watch the other series, the junior formulas, sports cars here this weekend, about this kind of thing happening?
I mean, we raced here many times before, and it's been fine. I think, you know, sometimes it just happens. I just hope everyone's okay. So it was one of the, one car was in the air there. Hopefully he's okay. But yeah, it's, you know, it's street racing. We have to give each other room, and maybe it's something we have to talk about. But it's hard racing in IndyCar, and it can go that way quickly if you start touching in that section.
Thanks, Felix. Pretty big damage to the left rear, so they'll try to fix that and get some laps to learn some things today. Today, Burns.
Well, he did touch the wall as well, and I'll come to you now finally, Tom, because I feel like I've been not talking to you enough today. But it was a biggie, wasn't it?
It was a biggie. It really was. And my concern would be for the car who got T-boned essentially straight afterwards. That's probably the biggest hit. He then went up into the air. It was the green car, I want to say, without being slightly...
Di Francesco.
Di Francesco, there you go. That's the one. I feel nervous for him because that one is going to hurt quite a lot in the morning once that adrenaline settles down.
Yeah.
I hope that they take him to the medical centre because you can also get a concussion from something like that. Quite a bad concussion as well, even if you haven't directly hit your head. The acceleration caused by just being hit. I mean, T-boning is no joke. He's lucky that he wasn't hit the first time because that's what unfortunately caused the accident with Antoine Hubert a couple of years ago. So he's lucky, and it's good that we see all those drivers walk away because that was a biggie.
And we've seen some massive accidents as well in IndyCar before, most notably usually at the 500. How does that one stack up then in terms of road course accidents? It was a huge accident.
Yeah, it was, Josh. I'm glad to see all the drivers walking away. And when it comes to hard hits on road courses, that was up there. I don't think Benjamin Peterson knew where the brakes were. It's like you feel for him and Stingray Robb, like I said, the rookies this year, and wow, the replays are. I mean, just seeing the replays it's mind-blowing. But I'm glad to see all the drivers walking away, and hopefully we can have some long green flag runs after this red flag gets lifted.
Right, we are moments away from Josh's magical things working again because he's got the tech support completely right. The lead that we've ordered for this season won't arrive until Texas, which is great for me, but it doesn't help Tom when he has to do this as well. So Josh is going to be on hand for a number of seasons at the moment, getting all this sorted as well. But the driver tracker is almost ready to go. Tom, you're leading our coverage of IndyCar for a couple of races this year, alongside myself, obviously, as well. Are you looking forward to it? And hopefully it goes a little bit easier for you.
Yes, I am looking forward to it. I think this IndyCar is a very entertaining series. Once you get through all of the nonsense that IndyCar likes to pull on you, it's a very entertaining series. It is a series to follow, and it is one that I do generally enjoy bringing to people. But I hope that we don't get more things like this because we're already looking at a race that is near 3 hours long. A long red flag period such as this one isn't going to help, and that is probably the biggest crash I've seen in IndyCar since the Rosenquist 2021.
Yes.
Stuck throttle.
Yes.
That was a massive
That
crash.
was huge, yeah.
And I just hope we don't get any more. Is my point, because we could be here for quite a long time.
Ready? Steady? Hey, look at that. We're back with a quad format. And breathe. And breathe. We will go again. We will get this sorted. See, guys? It's me swearing before the season, the race. Well, they won the parade lap, and we weren't on air, and I was going... I was using some unholy language. Okay, Megan will be joining us in and out throughout the race, considering she's done so much in F1 today. Understandable that she won't be around for all of it. Right, I can relax now. Thank you, Josh, for getting that sorted again, because my equipment was working and didn't work, and then we had the red flag, so...
I don't even want to know what number that is that my tech skills have come to the rescue at.
Oh, thousands.
That's the first time this season, and I don't even know how many times it was yesterday, but the power of having a program which can live, literally no lag at all, what's on my phone, straight up to the computer.
Tom, it was actually the same size, and it's making Tom the same size on the screen. Okay, so we've had a warm-up lap. Now we're going to have the restart. I think we'll go green with about 95 to go. Pit stops are going to be pushed backwards as well. We're in for a great run here. Really don't know what's going to happen next. Anyone got any predictions as to how many cautions we're going to have today, how many cars are going to be out, or vice versa even?
I'll say we'll have about 4 or 5 cautions. That includes this red flag, and we'll see a lot of passing. And in the grid network, I went with Will Power.
Power's got a good call to win an opening race. Tom, who's your money on to win this one?
I think it's got to be between Grosjean and Colton Herta, hasn't it, for this this one? Grosjean's looked pretty strong all weekend, and we can't really talk about how strong he looked in that first lap because he only got about 10 seconds of running. But it's got to be between Grosjean and Colton Herta. I'm not totally impressed by Colton Herta as a whole over the course of his IndyCar career so far. Might be the only person in the world to be saying that right now. But I think in between himself and Romain Grosjean for this win, I don't really see anyone else having a chance. Although keep an eye on Marcus Ericsson. He might be able to pick up some pieces down in 4th.
I think I said Scotty Mack was going to win, I think, on the Grid Network show. Josh, who do you think?
Well, I have chose Scott McLaughlin, and reason is a lot of drivers have done the double at St. Pete.
Yeah.
Just to name a few, Captain Evans 2006 and 2007, and Jean Pablo Montoya 15 and 16, Bourdais 17 and 18, Newgarden 19 and 20. Could it be Scott McLaughlin 22 and 23? We'll have to find out.
We're going racing. Caution is out. The red flag is rescinded, so we're under the full course yellow, and we're going to wait to see as the cars fire up once again. We'll get the St. Petersburg Firestone Grand Prix restarted here at Tampa Bay, Florida. And we'll get this show going underway normally. We had a bit of... It's always the same. Do you remember last season as well? We came on air and there was no... What was it? We had mics, but no camera. And then in Texas, we literally got on air just as the green flag came out, and we had camera, but no mics. It took until Long Beach to get sorted properly. Here, we had camera and mics, but we had no driver tracker. But then the red flag came out. So I think we held it quite good there. For people who joined late, the watch-along is sort of, it's not about us building up or talking, it's about the race. So we got there just in time. And now, driver tracker works, thanks to Josh. And the system seems to be A-okay. Right, guys, let's restart. Let's refresh.
I don't think anyone noticed.
Nah.
No.
We
No.
noticed.
No.
I noticed. We noticed because it was stressing me out. But it was quite smooth. Quite smooth. Well done, guys. You guys
One
held it
thing.
perfectly. Go on, Josh.
Yeah, one thing I can say which is very smooth is the cars going around the driver tracker.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
There's no lag at all, and this is my favourite software ever. The first of last season, bit of behind the scenes, I had an absolute terrible software and it updated like it was so laggy.
Yeah.
But me doing my adventuring, no lag at all. So enjoy the driver tracker, everyone.
Struggling to hear the cars at this speed as well, further behind me. I guess that's an IndyCar problem because they're on Sky Sports Action instead. Radio.
Yeah, thank you. I was waiting for you to tell me something. I was going to bring it up, by the way. Let's focus forward.
I need a spotter's guide on. I need, now that we're not using that, I need my driver tracker. I've got the timing screen that I normally use for the OBS, but I haven't got mine with all the numbers on to know what I'm talking about. So I need that open as well. That's something I forgot. Although, for some reason, my monitor looks horrible up here in the comms box, so we'll get that sorted. Red flag's out, now on caution. Adam, they'll do a couple, then we'll go green again. Who do you think will lead the opening lap?
I think it's going to be Romain Grosjean. That takes the lead. He's going to be hard to beat today.
Tom?
Romain Grosjean.
Good call, good call, good call. Josh, what do you think?
I'm still going to stay with Scott.
I thought you might go a little bit different. I thought you might take it.
But I will say this. I do like Romain Grosjean as a driver.
Tell you what, I've lost my normal LCD TV. It won't seem to adjust back to what I want it to be, which is unfortunate. Go on.
Could I get a refresh on the television pictures, please? They don't seem to be working. I think it's on my end. These guys don't have a problem, but they're freezing up. I can't really see them.
There you go. Is that better?
Thank you. Oh, no. I think it's my end. Let me close down time in 71 and we'll just run with it. I think that might be the problem.
I'm trying to...
Oh, well, what a start.
Can't seem to change my default things as well, so my laptop isn't showing us the great pictures. There's always something going wrong, isn't there, in... oh, my... What's going on? I've got two screens. Oh, dear. Well, hang on a minute. Out goes the monitor for the other timing screen. Guys, can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Right, let's go again, shall we? What's up, What's up, Tom? Oh, and you got in pits on that full.
Well, TV pictures are sort of working for me. It's a little bit inconsistent. There we go. Dare I say it? We've got them for a moment. Had to close everything down.
Hang on, OBS has gone off. That's going to pit road.
Tires, as Townsend mentioned a moment ago, there's a heat cycle on all those tires, Kevin. So these stickers will give Newgarden an advantage on the restart. He'll be one to watch.
Rinus VeeKay was one of those that we saw just a little bit of cosmetic damage. They did nothing, though, other than top off on shell fuel and primary Firestone. So he already told me we're probably coming in, if it stays green, around lap 10 to get rid of the alternates. So now they're on to the primaries.
It's an interesting strategy, Townsend, coming in and making that.
Really is. I'm just going to have to really hope to the best of my abilities I can pick up on these numbers as well and get everything sorted. As the 20 getting back in and getting back in. See, I'm struggling here without my data screen. I'm leaving that. Colin Daly comes back out on the track. So when are we going green? Come on, when's this green flag going to come out? When are we going to go racing again? That's what we want to see. No, none of this. We want green flag running and safe running as well. I'm hearing the radio from NBC as well, and I can't get rid of it. So, do you know, honestly, I do wonder why sometimes I said it last year. Remember, Tom, I think you were on with us as well at Laguna Seca when this happened and more problems. Why do I cover IndyCar instead of just watching it? It's so stressful to cover. It's more fun watching it than commentating on it because it's so stressful to get right because the systems just want to kill you.
Yes, well, I mean, I'm not really watching it right now either, so it's just... Well, it's a helpless situation. I don't think it's your end, but also I can't see what I can do on my end to make it better, so... I don't know.
Adam, you were with us back at Portland when we did practice one. Remember the problems we had there? And we just went, no, never mind. Let's just go.
Yeah. Oh, I remember, Josh. Oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that last year. Oh, yeah.
See, look, the data screen's just crashing. I want to get my hands on the people who make this and just go, what is wrong with you? Why are you so bad? And now our pictures are actually freezing up here in the commentary box, and now they have actually frozen. So now we've lost pictures, and we've lost telemetry. And Adam and Tonka said, so we're not seeing anything on the TV pictures because they're frozen. Timing screen's glitched. Oh, and look, we're sorry for this temporary fault.
Oh, it's Sky!
Yeah. I don't know what's happening, but honestly, I think the IndyCar systems...
My word.
The IndyCar systems, they're crashing, and we've lost picture up here in the comms box. Well, at least the driver tracker's working. Oh, hang on. OBS is just bugged out with the timing screen. I think that's sort of nearly back to normal if it wants to be. No, it's still flashing. Now I've lost... Oh, my word. We're back to green. Flag running here as we head down towards turn number 1. Grosjean on the restart. Maybe we can get a lap through without actually having a problem. In towards the first corner. Colton Herta in P2 as well as they come back, barreling through. And that a little move further back. Finally, Armstrong nearly passing Rossi. We're back. Grosjean leads on the restart with Herta, O'Ward, Ericsson, Palou, Kirkwood, McLaughlin, Dixon, Power, Lundgaard completes out the top 10, and there's a move further on back as well, as on the inside a lock up there from Armstrong. Rossi went through, and I think McCulkus went through as well. Fantastic! Well, Tom, I don't know if you can see the pictures or not, but we're getting somewhere as Maluka's actually slowing.
Well, it's an impossible situation. I either have to go small screen when I can't actually see anything, or I have to go big screen where it all freezes. So, I don't really know.
Adam!
I can't comment on much.
Adam, clean restart though, as Grosjean will lead a lap.
It's about time we get a clean restart, and like I said, Romain Grosjean's going to be hard to beat today, but it's nice to see sunshine down there in St. Petersburg, Florida. Nice crowd today, and if you're a motorsports fan, you had F1 earlier, IndyCar now, and then later on, the NASCAR Cup Series is at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So, if you're a motorsports fan like we all are, it's a perfect Sunday for you.
I must say, Tom, you're very nice to commentate with us here on this and then go and do a proper professional broadcast from the USON with no freezes or interruptions compared to this. IndyCar, I love you, but sometimes I really hate St. Pete because it really shows how bad the systems are at the start of the year. They get better as we go. Personal favourite.
No, I fixed it.
Oh, really? Well done.
It was timing. Oh, for crying out loud.
You said
never mind.
You said you fixed
False alarm. False alarm. It's frozen again.
Josh, great restart. Now we're watching the 27. Alexander Ross. No, sorry, Carl Kirkwood now replacing Rossi in the 27. He's in P6, and he could be a surprise winner here this season if he can get back into the contention after he replaces Rossi.
Yeah, he could. And I'm going to do the wise thing of moving my phone away from the sound mixer before it all explodes. But Felix Rosenquist is in the pit lane from what I can see on the timing screens. And I'm on the driver tracker.
So he's going to do a test lap only. Oh, Tom's disappeared to come back again. So he'll do a test lap only, I believe, coming into this now. Adam, if we're right, because we heard from him in the red flag period saying we're not going to do a race. The car's too badly damaged.
Tom's restarting his computer will be back.
All right, go on.
You feel for Felix Rosenquist. He's a good driver, and what a way to start the year. And like I said, it all has to go up from here, so we'll see what happens next time out.
Hey, Santino.
When you have an accordion effect like that, there's really nothing you can do, and it's not like the Speedway you have spotters where everybody's checking up. You're relying on what you see right in front of you, and everybody checked up. I'm on the prime tire compared to everyone in front of me. Front of me was on the alternates, and I just smoked the brakes and straight into the back of Helio, and funny enough, we were actually going to be okay coming through because it was just a front wing, but I guess when we came out of the corner, the way either he spun or something happened, it hit my right rear, and that's kind of what killed our race. So just really upset for the boys. You know, we've been working really hard. We had a fantastic qualifying, and just would love to vlog some laps and get some time on our dampers and our program and see where we can improve from there.
Sure glad you're okay. And Lee, the worst part, of course, is that both AJ Foyt racing cars taken out in that initial melee.
And by the way, not great at all as Romain Grosjean flies by the screen. Hopefully you can hear more of them rather than the commentators in the background of the cars, because NBC is always doing a stellar production in terms of their levels of audio. But Grosjean leads by 0.3 of a second to Herta. O'Ward closing in third position as they continue on. Dixon in 8th position, Power 9th, Rossi completes out the top 10 as well. As do you know what? Sometimes I just want to scream today. Adam as well. Grosjean is doing as you said. He's defending well from Colton Herta, but Herta's in a must-win position and a must-win season.
Absolutely, Josh. Colton Herta wants to go to F1 really, really badly, so this year he wants to show to everyone in F1 that he's a really good driver, and we know about Andretti Global, so could we see Colton Herta in F1 in a couple of years? Well, I believe we will. So, and it's nice to see some rookies this year in the NTT IndyCar Series. But one driver you got to look out for is Scott McLaughlin. Last year he had a fantastic year, and he was really close to winning the championship. This year, that Kiwi, I believe Scott McLaughlin at the end of the year is going to win the NTT IndyCar Series championship. And he was strong down under in the Repco Supercar Championship, and he's shown now he's just as good in the NTT IndyCar Series. So Scott McLaughlin is a driver that, if you're playing fantasy at home, is one you want to put in your lineup every single time the IndyCar Series is on track.
Looking great. Go on, Josh.
Yeah, it really is Scott McLaughlin, a great driver in the NTT IndyCar Series, and it will be interesting. Yes, my keyword, I say it every single session multiple times. It'll be interesting, and to see how he progresses over the season and see where he ends up in the championship standings.
Feature of interest, let's have from Wassy. So, Sam Pagino.
Simon is with us now. Okay, and what did you see?
Oh yeah, I'm okay. A little finger issue, but I mean, I saw a checkup. I saw that it slowed down. I kind of expected it, to be honest. It's been such a tricky area all weekend. So I'm on the brakes coming into that corner because I see it's checking up, but I have no room to go with Stingray turning right so hard. So fortunate to end the race there. I thought I went through, man. I thought I made it, but it's kind of my strong suit to avoid the crashes. But this one, I couldn't do anything. It's very unfortunate for the whole team. Unfortunately, paying a hard price from yesterday's mistake in qualifying. So we're going to regroup, and we have fast cars, so that's not a problem.
Meyershank Racing, another team with both cars out, including Simon.
Tough day for the Auto Nation Sirius XM cars of Meyershank Racing. So it's Romain Grosjean.
Definitely, have him not on mute. Definitely is looking quite strong. 88 down to go then here. That's 13 of 100 at St. Petersburg in Tampa Bay, Florida. And we're seeing Grosjean, Herta in there too. Award, Ericsson too. Tom Gamel's in the background as well as they try and push through. Keep on the accelerator, keep on pushing. This is turning into quite an entertaining race already because they're all starting to close up at him. And the first pit stops are coming up soon because of its fueling. You can refuel here in IndyCar. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely, Josh. And another driver that I think you need to watch out for this year is Kyle Kirkwood. He comes over from. He's in a new team this year, and last year was no fluke. Kyle Kirkwood is another name you need to keep your eyes on in 2023. I think he will win this year. So, Kyle Kirkwood, driving for Andretti Autosport, will join the list of first-time winners in the NTT IndyCar Series.
So
I don't know when,
but he will.
But I think it's bound to happen.
Oh, I agree with you going back so far. Right, all my notes are in the good. Josh, go to you.
Yeah, I'm just having a look. I'm hearing that there's a drive-through penalty for David Malukas for avoidable contact with Marcus Armstrong. And good news, all drivers involved in the Lap 1 incident have been seen and released from the IndyCar medical unit, which the new 2023 IndyCar Mobile Medical Unit is incredible if you haven't seen it on their video on their YouTube channel. It is absolutely incredible.
Does look good, doesn't it? Does look something else. Hang on. Maybe this is a problem. Team view is still open. Let's close that. See if that'll stop any lag. Considering we're not using it anymore, I might have to force quit it though. Do you know that those things I just don't want to work as they come down? Grosjean leads the way still though. I think that might solve something as well. Hopefully it helps Tom. Maybe it'll stop our internet from lagging so much. So, it's Grosjean, Herta, Award, Ericsson, Pelot, top 5, Kirkwood, McLaughlin, Dixon, Power as well as Tom rejoins the team. All working now, Tom. Did a refresh of the computer help? Not really.
No, it's exactly the same problem as before. If you give me a moment, I'm going to duck out for a minute and I'm going to run around and see if I can fix it. And I'll be back if it gets fixed. But I'm not feeling particularly hopeful right now. But anyway, I'll be back in a moment.
No worries, Tom. You go take all the time you need and get it sorted as well. I don't know if he's ducking out again or he stays there. I'll turn his camera off in a minute. But still, Grosjean leads, Herta, O'Ward, Ericsson, Pelot, top 5, 15 of 100. So only 6 to go. And this entire season opener is it's just chaos. It's chaos. I mean, I was really hoping that we were going to have the situation where we'll go from Formula One. Formula One ended at hour. I thought, oh great, we've got 50 minutes to solve everything. Podium will only take us till 5:02. Gives me, 10 minutes to get everything sorted. And this is why Malukas has got a penalty, by the way, as Josh said, for avoidable contact. Down, I think, in towards turn 4. Does he clip the back? Yeah, he clips the back. And that's a harsh penalty, Adam, because it was just rubbing his racing. I don't know why he's got a penalty for avoidable contact. Then again, the 11 did go off the track, so maybe that's got something to do with it as well.
Yeah, you mentioned Josh Robbins Racing, so hopefully David Malukas will have learned his lesson and not do that again.
Okay, let's back on the action then as they come back in. As they come through, there is the 18 with the damaged front wings. That was, again, as I said, Malukas. So he didn't get away with it scot-free. So he's still got the power on the front, so he's still got to find something to go forward. 84 to go. Grosjean leading. He's led all the racing laps so far. Colton Herta just staying in behind him as well. The 28 and the 26. Both in the Andretti Autosports, both having teammates and team orders being put together. Both also, I would argue, Adam, fighting for position in Formula One if Andretti get in, because Grosjean's a natural to go back in, and Herta's obviously the young gun. Hold that, we'll hear down from Castroneves.
I'm very good, by the way. Incredible from the AMR safety crew. They did an amazing job. This facility that IndyCar has now, it's absolutely paying off. It's a shame that I have to try it out, but they took an X-ray, everything is fine. This pain, I noticed, and I told them, look, it's just like when you hit your funny bone, in the chair, and you're like, that hurts, but it's all good. Now we just put a little ice, so everything will be fine. In terms of what happened, no idea. Just got hit from behind. I saw it, obviously, everybody's slowing down, and you just got to be proactive in situations like that, but got turned around, and next thing I thought was a car flying over, but thank God that he had the halo or the aero screen, which is phenomenal by safety standards with the IndyCar series. So happy that for the amount of crash that we had there, for me and everybody coming out without any issues. Big kudos to the IndyCar series.
And Elio, the X-ray was exactly what?
Yeah, negative. There was
no, but on which bone?
It was the right leg. It was kind of like here on the lower on the knee, and but all good. Thank God, everything's fine.
We're thankful to Elio Castroneves out of the race, but in better shape than he may have looked when he first hopped out, Lee.
Well, and Elio, that's great to see, and everyone was a little bit shaken earlier on as well, and as they come through. Tom, you are back again. Any luck? You're shaking your head.
Yeah, not really. I might have to duck out entirely, to be honest with you, because my entire internet looks like it's frozen up. I mean, I've had about 30 seconds of it looking okay, but I don't know how long that's going to last. So I'm not too sure what to do.
I would say if you've got USRN later as well. That's important too. So if you need to duck out. Megan will be coming back in anyway, and Adam has got it, and so has Josh as well. So if you need to disappear, you can. Just say, did I miss the uniform? By the way, this morning with you and Adam on the IndyCar call. Is this NBC?
Mate. Oh. Yes, maybe. Oh yeah, I've frozen again. So I'm afraid, Josh, I'm going to have to run. Thank you for having me though.
Oh, don't worry,
and hopefully next weekend it's much better. But thank you very much anyway.
Yeah, that's what I forgot. You're hosting the next race in Texas. Josh will be on standby for that. Okay, thanks, Tom. See you soon. As we've frozen.
Josh.
I tell you what, you've left, and we've actually frozen again, haven't we? So that's even worse. I'll just get everyone else back in the same camera positions. And we're really sorry for this technical fault that's come up on the screen as well. So we can't tell you what's happening. The TV pictures can do that. At least we've got the driver tracker. And actually, if you have the IndyCar app, you can ride on board with 18 of the cars in this season as well. So I'm going to ride with Colton Herta and just make sure we don't miss any on-track overtakes, because knowing them, that's exactly what they'll do. So far, Herta's closing down and hasn't yet made a move on Romain Grosjean. And we're back with the live pictures.
Wow, I wish I could go onto the 18 onboard
sorry.
cameras, but someone wants me to supply a driver tracker. I don't know who.
Sorry.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Okay.
The check is in the post. I promise, the check is in the post. To come through.
But you don't even know where I live, so that's where is it just going over there, and I'll have to go get it?
Yeah, you'll have to run, I'm afraid. I'm sorry about that.
Well, I mean, I did get a new bike, so I could cycle to it.
You might have to be fair. You might.
Anyway,
back
back to the race. It's lap 20 of 100. Grosjean still in the lead with a 2.647 gap at the current moment.
And they're coming in. It's going down pit road. I just saw a camera out.
It's going to tell him in a minute you can stop saving fuel back there and riding back there, Lee, and start attacking. So the primary tires should become an advantage here at the end of the run. About lap 18, 19, and right now we're working lap 21. It's when those alternates starting to fall off, and we're hearing a lot of drivers on the alternate stiff saying, hey, these tires are really going away fast.
And while Romain...
Yeah, that is true, actually, and I've adjusted for Tom no longer being in the com box by changing it back up to the 3-cam team as well. See, we're looking good. And what is this? This is a flyover into the airport, and this is happening during the race, Adam. We've got planes landing on the strip alongside the airport because we've got 2 runways. We don't have this one runway, and they're coming in the other. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, speaking of airport, I know this kind of reminds me of when IndyCar ran at the old Berkeley Front Airport in Cleveland, Ohio back in the day. For those of you who've never seen a race in there, you should find a way to watch, because IndyCar always put on a good show there in Cleveland, Ohio. So running here on the airport kind of reminds me of the Berkeley Front Airport in Cleveland, Ohio.
I loved that track so much. I miss it on the car. I don't know why it's not still here and it's gone. It was absolutely
I loved it too,
amazing.
Josh. I loved it too. It was, I mean, in the beginning you had 5 wide, 6 wide, and then you had to jump on the brakes and you had to get down, you know, and into single file racing, and you always saw a lot of action on that at that first corner. So I miss it too. I truly do.
I am not going to mention Ohio because I will get way too deep into Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, Josh. Oh,
me and
okay,
Megan.
Well,
go on, Josh. Mention it. We've got it. What is it? 79 laps to fill.
just for reference, we need at least 10 more laps, at least 10 more. That was the pit wall to Pato O'Ward.
Right.
I believe that was for tyres and fuel. And Ericsson on the car's balance. It's better now, it feels okay, and he's at half tank on fuel.
Oh, so half tanks on fuel, still got a lot to go then in this race. See, it's always had. Now, Richie said what happened lap 1 on the start here. Huge accident.
A car explosion, but not really.
Carbon fibre explosion.
Not an actual explosion, but yeah.
What's this? Joseph Newgarden, has he brushed the wall? Yes, he has. Oh, smoking!
Just to grace the wall. Just to grace the wall.
He's used to it though, isn't he, Newgarden? He's used to pushing to the limit. Is he 2-time champion now? Is he 3-time champ? I think is he 2? I can't remember. Where's my notes?
I think he is a 2-time champion, Josh.
Yeah, because last year the championship didn't go his way, did it? At the end. As it comes through,
went to Will Power.
Will Power.
But look at the gap between Grosjean and Herta, 5.3 seconds.
I'm so sick of drivers running away with race wins this weekend. Formula 3 had it, Formula 2 had it, Formula 1 had it. Now Grosjean's going to do it. I must admit, though, Romain Grosjean going for his first win in the NTT Daily IndyCar Series might just make the IndyCar broadcast, which I know for you watching at home has sort of gone smoothly. But for us backstage in the commentary box, it's been literally like you're battling live sharks to get on here. So at least it's something to go well. I don't think I can stay on my feet. I'm looking forward to when this race is over. I can sit down and I'll do the grid. So I'll do the weekend review for F1, F3 and F2 and all that lot. And then we'll get ship shape and ready to go as well. Reminder that you can join us for that following this IndyCar race. And of course, Adam, after this, it's NASCAR, isn't it? Where are they? Las Vegas?
Las Vegas, yeah. You can join the guys over at USRN for complete coverage of the NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas. And for those who don't know, Chase Elliott has been sliding on for a while because he broke his leg in a snowboarding accident in Colorado. So NASCAR Xfinity Series driver Josh Berry, who drives for Junior Motorsports, is in Chase's car, and it's very nice to see Josh getting the chance. He's an accomplished racer, so sending our best wishes to Chase Elliott as he recovers from his injuries.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing that race later, and hopefully Chase is back soon. Jess says not going to say anything about Grosjean as I'm worried I might jinx him. Oh, don't worry, Jess. If you look back, I'm glad actually, Jess, you went in the box because I was swearing before this race started. We literally came on air on the parade laps. And literally, as soon as the first lap came on, the red flag came out. Herta's going to be passed, though, down into turn 11. And a move has been made, finally, here at St. Petersburg, as Pato O'Ward is back into second position in the McLaren. And now Herta wants back. Ericsson's coming in. Finally, the race is coming alive. We've had a couple of laps where we've had to wait for it. Now, the battle is on. Grosjean, followed by O'Ward, Herta, Ericsson and Palou all coming into the battle now. Wow.
It's about time.
Yes.
It's about time.
Someone needed to stick an electroid in it as well. Ward, great move, says Jess. Carl Cook says Roman Grosjean needs to save his tyres. He does. 7.6 seconds ahead now, this second place battle. He's beginning to walk away, but still needs to be careful. So Herta down into third position. Ericsson's looking good as well as that. Again, more drama. That's Will Power ahead, and Rossi's passed Carl Kirkwood. So Power 8, Rossi's 7th, and Rossi's just passed the guy who's replaced him as well in the 27 car. Fantastic looking race now. Can we see Rossi do well in the McLaren? Is that something that's going to work out him in terms of it's a good move for his career, or is he looking for a way back to Formula One?
I think Alexander Rossi now with Aaron McLaren is a good move for him. We saw last year, his final year at Andretti Autosport didn't go his way, but he's at a new team, and Alexander Rossi, he wants to get...
Oh, sorry, Adam. That's Ericsson on Herta. Ericsson's past Herta, and Palou's going to go through too. Herta's in real trouble. Herta in real trouble now with his tyres, and it's like we see on the ovals, Adam. You get passed by one, you get swamped. And look, he's doing it again.
Absolutely, and... I think Alexander Rossi this year, I mentioned Scott McLaughlin, I mentioned Carl Kirkwood. Alexander Rossi, I think this is a redemption year for him. So he wants to go out and improve last year. You can put that aside, and he's going to win races this year. Just like in NASCAR with Kyle Busch, he's at a new team this year. So we've already seen Kyle Busch win already last week at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. So Alexander Rossi, new team. I think he's going to win.
Herta's hemorrhaged positions on this lap and is coming to the pit lane as well, as Josh said as well. That was almost painful to watch, Josh, wasn't it? Because Herta was just dropping, and there was nothing he could do on those green wall tyres.
Yeah, he really is. He'll go to the back of the field now. Kyle Crook playing in the gap between Grosjean and Pato, 6.7 seconds right now.
Yeah, we've added it to the stream for you, and I hope, is it me or is it actually really quiet on the broadcast for NBC? Because I can barely hear them. I can't barely hear them, and it's up to maximum. And if we put up any further, we hear the commentators. So the cars are really quiet in this broadcast. But then again, NBC always have trouble at St. Pete for some reason. And usually at Texas on the ovals, it's fine. And yet, remarkably, Adam, the 500's always pitch perfect for some reason. Wonder why that is.
Yeah. And actually, guys, the next time IndyCar Series runs will be at the Petersburg Speedway. It's on April 2nd, and it's a very special day for me because it's World Autism Awareness Day. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a highly functional autistic adult with ADHD, and April is Autism Awareness Month. So on April 2nd, if you're watching this, be sure to wear your blue to support autism. So I would appreciate it, and I know a lot of people who have autism who are also racing fans would appreciate it too.
I shall get a blue shirt. I've got a blue flowery shirt, but I will get a blue shirt on as into the pit lane comes Kirkwood and Longard as well. I will make it my mission to get a blue shirt, Adam, as well, ready for that as well. April 2nd as well, which I think is the same weekend that Formula One's in Australia. Yeah, so I should get that ready. As now, McLaughlin's making moves. He's just passed Alex Palou as well for 4th position. Josh.
Wait, I have done the calculations. 17 hours difference between Texas and Melbourne, if you are wondering. And yes, I will be awake for all of them.
Dixon's making...
So will I. So will I.
It's going to be a very difficult weekend because we must go for IndyCar.
I will be wearing my blue shirt because if you didn't know, I am also autistic.
Well, nice to know, Josh. I did not know that, so that's really cool for me. So I'm glad to know that.
What a diverse commentary team we've got, just realised. That's fantastic, yeah. See, proving that everybody who's a motorsport fan, everybody has opportunities. I love it. And also, I love working with you guys as well. It's fantastic. So, look at that. So we're just seeing as well, because Palou is in a battle as well for the back with Dixon and Powers. Our pictures freeze again up in the commentary box, which is really annoying. It's nothing for us. Look, another temporary fault coming in as well. Sky have had so many of these. NBC is also having these problems, by the way, so they need to fix their broadcast. Carter Crook says IndyCar should come to Silverstone. Absolutely. Me and Adam talked about that long before as well on the grid shows.
That would be fun.
Ericsson Pitts. By the way, Jess has said Hertu is on old tyres. Hope he does better on his new tyres. And
everyone's coming into the pits, Josh.
Yeah.
Harvey, Palou, and Ericsson.
Well, we're not seeing anything, so we're going to go to the battle screen so everyone can see the timings to help out, and us as well. Grosjean in. Oh, here we go. Here we go then. They're all in. Ericsson, Palou, and Harvey. Let's get the stopwatch on as well. And we'll time Ericsson stop. All stopped. Start the stopwatch. And Palou's in too. It's a new change, new wheels, a lot of fuel going in, and away he goes. 7 seconds stopped for Ericsson. And in as well, Palou, I think he too was at another 7, 7.8, and Harvey in there too. I actually timed that with my stopwatch. I may not have bothered because they were on the screen, but at least I know my stopwatch is accurate.
Which also tells you that F1 diamonds might not be that accurate at all. They're just making it look fast on the stopwatch because they want to be cool. Anyway, Pato O'Ward from second has come into the pit lane apparently on my screen, so that will make Scott McLaughlin go up to second.
So, and it is true. McLaughlin to second. Here's O'Ward then on the alternative tyre. He'll swap over for primaries and get going again. Lap 32 of 100. We've still got 69 laps to go. An awful long way here at St. Peter's to Dampit Road.
Who honestly is not known for being able to save and conserve tires, but he did that with that first set of Firestones. A little bit of a longer stop here for the 5, but get those primary tires on. He was second when he came to pit road. Those primary tires we're talking about diff with McLaughlin and those guys trying to now go 5 more laps.
And O'Ward, as Marty said, doing a great job. But remember, O'Ward didn't have dirty air in front of him. He had that gap with Colton Herta. Grosjean, clean air in front of him. So I think there's a big deal of having downforce on those tires to protect the green compound. At some point, all of them will be gone, and at the end, I think everybody will be on blacks for the finish. But
it could be true. Grosjean's coming in. And the broadcast is quiet, isn't it? I've just that was as loud as it could go, and it's still quiet. Romain Grosjean pits from the lead, taking over the team Penske. Taking over the Andretti Autosport DHL livery a couple of years ago. Looks splendid. Jamie Chadwick had it. I understand that as Adam said he crashed. Let's get a stopwatch on it as well. Coming up 3 seconds on the board. Little change to the front wing. He's on the black primaries. Away he goes now. It's an 8.2. And it's 7.7 according to their monitor. I will stay with their monitor as a timing screen because mine was a bit late. So there's a good run there so far. Grosjean will filter out just outside the top 10. Maybe actually just ahead of Pato O'Ward and does so. I think. Yes, he does. 11th. That was fun. Overtake him. Pato Award's just been told to overtake him. I heard in the back of my ears. So Award's going to go for it with all his might and see if he can have a challenge. As they keep on, 68 laps to go. That's 33 of 100. They do come thick and fast here as well. It's a 1 minute lap time. 1 minute 2, so 100 minutes max is the duration, which is why we said it's probably going to be by 8. I locked in as well. And Rose hasn't come back out yet. So I think Stingray Rob has managed to get away with it, Adam. We haven't mentioned him much. The star last year as well in what was the Indy Lights, now Indy NXT. Or Indy Next. But still, Stingray Rob is still circulating. He's a lap down, or actually a couple of laps down, and he's in 21st position.
Yeah, and I have to get used to Indy NXT as well, you know. Called, you know, I always remember it as Indy Lights, and, you know, that's a good stepping stone up here to the NTT IndyCar Series, and hopefully after this year's Indy NXT season, we'll see more drivers from that series make their way up to the NTT IndyCar Series. It's a really good series to follow, so if you don't follow the series, you should.
I have it. It's on Sky F1 now in the UK, so I have it recorded. As we've got more moves going on as well. Up the inside, I wish for some reason we're starting Pato Awards on board for some reason. The NBC really need to get their things sorted because it's really struggling with us to try and find out who's where. We're riding with the 27, so this is going to be the battle further down the field. So it was Lungard who got ahead of Harvey down into turn 3. Now Carl Kirkwood in the 27's there. Into the pit lane comes the number 7, and we start the stopwatch for Alexander Rossi. Alternate tyres going on after the black primaries. 5 seconds on the board still. Away he goes, and it's a 7.35 second stop as well. Very nicely done for him as he'll rejoin the race. Also in now as well is the 18 finally coming down Set Pit Road.
They're on the primaries now going to their stint on the alternates, and he's back out.
7 second stop. That was a long one as well down there. And Herta is now just having to hold off himself with Rossi right behind him on fresh tyres and more fuel.
Yeah, I've been reported that on Grosjean's stop there might have been a slow left front tyre change.
Oh! That's going to slow him down.
All of the top, literally everyone is pitting now. McLaughlin, Power, Rahal, VK and Connor Daly as well. So let's have a look at how they do.
All down in. Let's get the stopwatch ready as well. McLaughlin hits the deck. Up go the jacks. Takes it in. A lot of fuel going. And I think it's the white tyres going. Oh, I can just about see McLaughlin in the background. Away he goes now. 7.82. Haven't got the stopwatch on for Power. I think it's a similar stop. McLaughlin in, Rahal in, VK in. They all filter out. There's Romain Grosjean. And crucially as well, I think Newgarden got out ahead. Here comes Grosjean though, round the outside. Newgarden's on the alternative tyre. Grosjean's up to temperature though. Into turn 3, they make contact. And Grosjean nearly goes into the wall. My goodness me. And that was literally punching out as you like. McLaughlin gave no punches held back. And Dixon pitch, yeah, Adam, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. Scott McLaughlin's, Scott McLaughlin is a championship contender this year, and he showed Romain Grosjean that I'm the defending champion of this race. So if you want to win, you gotta get through me.
Crash! One of the cars off in the wall. Done. Caution's out. Oh, and that's Newgarden in, and nearly hitting Dixon as the full course caution comes out. Car spun. It's Connor Daly, guys. It's Connor Daly.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what I thought.
But he's going to get going.
He's got it going. Just needs to turn around.
Can he do it though with no power steering? That's the question. He's stalled it again. Yeah, he's going to need assistance. So caution's out then. With 64 to go, and everyone just made their pit stops. I've gone no, because they're going to get 3 stops now.
Yep.
Well, let's go over to the battle screen and take a look at that, because Carl's about to dive in. And unfortunately for Connor Daly, he is stationary, facing the wrong way. Down at turn number. Where is he on the track? He's down at. He's not actually on my board. Hang on. He's down at turn. He's down at First Street Southeast. So he's down at turn 8, according to my monitor. let's go over to Lee Diffie for a second.
New Zealand, when the NTT IndyCar races start, there's a very loyal and faithful contingent of IndyCar fans in New Zealand because of Scott Dixon, because of Scott McLaughlin, and now because of Marcus Armstrong. The first time ever there's been 3 Kiwis in NTT IndyCar Series competition. So for everybody a long way from where we are here in Florida, they're delighted to see 2 New Zealanders running first and second.
That was just...
I thought we were going to hear some radio there as well, but there's a lot of passionate fans around as well down under for McLaughlin, and Scotty Mack really did do some fantastic drives in the championship contention last year, Adam, as well. It's just a disappointment he didn't get it. He went to, as you said, World Power, but McLaughlin's hungrier than ever, and he's adapted the best to IndyCar, and that's something that Jimmy Johnson couldn't do, but Jimmy's flying again when he's racing back in NASCAR, so each to their own series have their unique talents.
Absolutely, and it's good to see Jimmy Johnson in the Daytona 500, and Scott McLaughlin this year. You gotta watch out for that Kiwi. He was very successful last year, so Scott McLaughlin's hungry, for a title. He was very successful in the Repco Supercars Championship when he drove for Dick Johnson Racing, Team Penske, and now he comes over here for Team Penske in the NTT IndyCar Series, and he is a solid driver from New Zealand. So nice to see a Kiwi doing really good, other than Scott Dixon.
Indeed. And we knew, it was Texas last year, they had that finish at the line that was so close, and just want to see that again, to be fair. I want to see more action, more power together. Cautions out then, as you can see on your screens, as we've got our timing graphics hopefully working correctly on the battle screen now.
Got some radio.
Oh, go on, Josh. What have you got for us?
From Connor Daly. And Connor Daly, simple, short and sweet. Yeah, Kirkwood hit me.
Oh.
That's it.
So Kirkwood...
Contact,
yeah.
It sounds like.
They were running the same areas. I'd love to see a replay.
And some more radio from Connor Daly. From Daly and Pitwall. So Daly said, I hit the wall, so I don't think so. What should I do here? Pitwall, stay out, and then Daly was like, I hit the wall with the wing. So bit of a debate of whether they should pit or not, but Connor Daly has stayed out.
Daly has indeed, so he's got going. He won't have to serve a penalty either, despite the fact that he caused that caution, because he received outside assistance to get back in. It's a genuine thing. Are we having some radio with some drivers? We are.
Carly grew up in New York anyway, but they're at home here in North America now. So what helps at home helps at work, and he's in a really good spot professionally.
We're talking about McLaughlin.
The defending winner wants to be the winner again.
So here we go. Let's take a look at the NTT pit time differential. Scott McLaughlin versus Romain Grosjean. That in lap 3.3 seconds to the good for Scott McLaughlin. We heard it mentioned from the pit lane. That was a huge 3-second gap there. And then the time on pit lane again to the Penske crew. 3 seconds to the good. That's because of a 3-second pit box advantage to Romain Grosjean, and outlap goes to Romain Grosjean. Total of a 3-second swing in favor of the Thirsty Threes and Scott McLaughlin. So a great look at the pit time differential powered by NTT. It is definitely hot in these race cars, guys. We ride on the game bridge on board. Colin Herta sticking his hand out just to get some clean air.
So you may have noticed that Scott Dixon not went from first to second or third. He's gone all the way back to fifth. Again, Townsend mentioned that is a digital fact of the blend back in before when the yellow came out, etc. So race control has put him back to fifth place. We'll go back to racing again. Still in a strong position.
Yes.
And we'll have to take the fight to the likes of his teammate Marcus Ericsson and Pato O'Ward. Get back up there and try and mix it up with race leader Scott McLaughlin.
Well, this is going well.
It's one of those IndyCar anomalies for one of the most famous teams. There's been 19 races before today. Chip Ganassi Racing has only won once with the multi-time champion Dario Franchitti. The team can't answer why. It's just one of those ones that's got away from them more than often.
Yeah,
Maybe
they've
not
had the
today.
performance, they've had the speed, but James, take us through the blend line.
Okay, so this is why Scott McLaughlin is back in front. That line there drawn essentially all the way across the racetrack is where the timing line is for the blend. So when Scott Dixon was coming out here, Scott McLaughlin was already here. And even though Scott beat him out, Dixon beat out McLaughlin, where they were at the blend line is what matters. So that's why we see McLaughlin ahead of the number 9.
Right, thanks guys down there as well, as we're just taking a quick look at everything that's come through. A friend of mine just put on here Be Real as well. F1 is back and Liverpool won 7-0. Woohoo. Not that I know how to work Be Real. Looks absolutely ridiculous as well. Josh as well. What did Connor Daly say? Josh, you've got some radio coming through.
Yeah, dude, please douse me with water or something. I'm literally dying in here. I'm completely dying, and I hate to say that. So it sounds quite hot in the car, don't you think?
It does sound mega hot. Mega hot. And I don't like that when it's hot because everything starts failing. That probably explains why Adam, American over there, you know how to do with it. Is it the temperatures in Florida? Do we often see like technology fail over there? Because this is like a couple of years running. We've had technical difficulties at St. Pete.
Yeah, this time of the year in Florida, it's about 80 to 85 degrees. So be thankful this race is not in the summertime when it's about 90 to 95 degrees. So, hopefully Connor Daly has a cool suit on because that would really help him. And if his school suit has failed,
I hear this. This Carl
we're seeing
Kirkwood.
replay here.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Carl Kirkwood literally tagging Connor Daly. Connor Daly turning in, not knowing that he's not there. So that was a bit of 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I think we're coming to green. We are indeed. Green flag, race on again here at St. Petersburg. And look at O'Ward having to go defensive. Ericsson's looking around the outside to turn 1. McLaughlin leads. Grosjean wants the lead back. And down to turn 1, double lockup from Rossi. Trying to pass Herta with Will Power just ahead. Herta gives him enough room, and round the outside goes Power. So goes Rossi, sorry. Fantastic. Herta down, and Herta snapping the car as we go down towards turn number 4. Left and right once again. And there's another one, yeah. Full course caution. Why? Can't see anything yet. Oh, that's why. Oh, we got a multi-car crash again. And
Wow.
Carl Kirkwood over the top of the 21 of VK.
That's another airborne car.
Second airborne.
Second fully airborne.
And that's a big one for VK. Got it taken side on. He's okay. The aero screen's proving its worth today. And that'll be a second red flag. And that is the 30 involved as well of Jack Harvey. So this will be a second red flag stoppage, guys, because the track's blocked again. So second, and Megan's just walked into the back of the box to bring out the second red flag. You curse this sport, Megan. Half distance, and the red flag is going to have to come out again. Track is completely blocked. Second airborne crash.
Airborne too.
Airborne.
Brilliant.
Flew over the top.
Yeah, Megan, yeah.
What a
Someone's
mess.
leaning over this. So the driver seems okay.
That's Harvey.
I would love to see a replay. Do you think we're going to get a replay? I really want to see a replay.
Probably will. I won't be surprised if we go red again, because that tyre bars are going to be replacing. There's debris all over the track. It's the tightest part
Who's
of the course.
involved?
I'll tell you what they're Adam.
Harvey VK Kirkwood.
Harvey VK Kirkwood.
Oh,
And VK got sideswiped. Carl Kirkwood flew up in the air over the top. And
Well, we all know someone who's going to be disappointed at that.
yes, Megan's done a synthol. Oh, don't push the car in the middle of the field. My goodness. Adam, I think they'll have to stop this one again to clear the track, surely.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. And just call it. It's not like one airborne car is enough. We've already seen 2, and glad for the halo. I'm glad for the air. Glad for the halo. I'm glad for the aero screen because it's worked. It's worked so much today after these 2 huge accidents.
No sign of the red flag yet, though. Josh, go on.
Yeah, it looks like Harvey, the AMR safety team, got some more focusing more on Harvey, but he is being helped out of the car now. Maybe he's got some.
It's going to happen. We've got some info.
Car is not just heard radio. notification, though, that said you've got to, I think they said front left toe link. We can replace that. We're going to try to get you back out without losing a lot of time. He's not going to be a race contender, but they still have hopes that, you know, at this point, with this much attrition, hey, a top 12 or 15 is very much in play if you can finish the race.
And you can see Jack Harvey there just taking his time.
Here it is again then, Megan and Adam. Take a look at it. So, and Josh as well coming in. So watch, cars coming backwards. So who kicks who into what?
VK starts it, New Garden pushes him out wide. Then that's why Harvey's got.
Whoa, that was literally like a horse jumping over a fence of a Grand National.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I loved watching the Grand National in Aintree. Yes. Yes, Megan.
Yeah, that's why Harvey got the most focus, is because Harvey went into the back of VK, and then Kirkwood, and then immediately when Harvey was going in, so it was basically front and back. Jack Harvey had contact, so another big crash, and no sign of the red.
Yeah, no sound yet.
Surprisingly.
Can't turn on battery percentage, which is really annoying me.
What do you mean?
Well, you can turn on battery percentage. I think your phone needs to do.
Oh, I don't mind.
I think your phone needs an update. I'm just checking.
Josh, it didn't do it with my other one. If anything, it makes me feel like home.
Oh wow, your phone really does need an update. Okay, I'll update your phone later. Later tonight, I'll update because it's running on an old iOS. She got a new phone today, everybody. That's why I was just looking, but it's not actually.
Our sister's old one.
I think that's running the original iOS, so I'll update it to the new iOS, which is my iOS as well.
I'm always getting Kellyanne's old ones or your old ones. I never got those.
Kirkwood.
No sign of the reds, though.
Yeah, Kirkwood has reported I can't turn left. Just another quick description of the crash.
He's driven it back?
Yeah, Venus got into the tyres. Harvey had nowhere to go and got into the ECR Chevy. Kirkwood launched off of Harvey's car at a relatively low speed. That's from Christopher D. Hardy on Twitter.
Honestly, I'm not surprised him of all people was able to drive it back because despite him actually going up in the air, he didn't actually do that much damage.
Yeah, it landed on the nose, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm worried about floor.
Yeah.
Right, let's pass over to Tom Gaymore. Under the caution again. We're going to have a break.
What we're seeing here at St. Petersburg, and you've got to feel for Jack Harvey. He's a driver
Trackers off.
This year under a bit of pressure off the back of a season last year.
The tracker's gone off.
Saw him finish 22nd in points at Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan, and he will not be enjoying how he's feeling now.
Back on.
I hope he's okay. He's in the back of the ambulance. For Jack Harvey now. Well, just has to move his focus ahead to Texas, Control Alt Delete and go again. But for me, it was Rossi's checkup. So Rossi went side by side, and because of that, with that contact that he had with Colton Herter, his teammate from last year, and then you have cars running side by side up to the braking zone into turn 4 because they're checking up the concertina effect. And if you've got cars side by side that close together, it was always going to be a recipe for disaster into turn 4. Carl Kirkwood, who hit the wall hard in qualifying, well, he will not have any fillings left after that because, as the commentary team said, when you come down from that height, that's like, imagine sitting down and being dropped from the ceiling. Look up at the ceiling now, wherever you're watching. Imagine being dropped onto your lumbar spine. That's what it feels like. It just takes the wind out of your sails. Looking at the timing screens here, I've got Scott McLaughlin leading, Roman Grosjean second, Scott Dixon down to 5th. So let's pick this up. We're on board with Scott McLaughlin, but we're approaching halfway distance. This race is proving to be a long one. The most cautions we've had ever at St. Petersburg, I think, is 8. I will confirm that. It's 8, and that was in 2018 when we've had 3 cautions and 1 red flag so far. We're approaching halfway. Let's go back stateside.
Thanks very much, Tom. I'm surprised, guys, they haven't stopped that. They just had to stop on the track to allow the work to go through. That's why the driver tracker wasn't. It wasn't stopped. They were stopped. Adam, surprised I haven't stopped this one, but I suppose they were already behind because we worked to TV schedules, and of course, NASCAR's coming up soon.
Gosh, I really am. But it's nice to see all the drivers walk away after this incredible accident. Again, one airborne car is enough in a race. We've seen 2. That's plenty.
Pictures of broken again on the screen, which just makes you want to go thinking. But yeah, I agree with you, Adam. 2 is enough as well, and I'm surprised the cars are launching so easily over each other at the moment. We'll have to think of some way to try and stop that, especially on road courses. I can't wait until we get to ovals. My God.
Would love to find a way to increase that.
Sadistic, Megan. Anyway, Josh, what have you got for us?
Yeah, Kirkwood will need a new front wing, left front toe link, and a new upper wishbone on the left front suspension, among other repairs. And I love using OBS. And what other... Where's the red flag?
Yeah, the track is literally just tiny, and they didn't stop the race.
How can they fit through that?
Well, they can't red flag it because they've already had a red flag, and NASCAR is coming up soon, so they're sort of stuck.
I mean, I was having tea for an hour, and
was that where you were?
Yeah. Oh. And we're still not even halfway through the race.
No, that's how long it's taken.
Yeah.
I can smell it on your breath.
Yeah. Very delicious. I ate it all.
What was it?
Well, you're having pie, though I obviously didn't have the pastry. I had like the hollowed out bits of a slice of pie.
This is why the ambulances aren't on the track, because Harvey's complaining of some muscular problems as well. So that's why he's there as well. That's VK.
And then obviously Sunday dinner.
Yeah, and Harvey's just getting some assistance then, so he's gone in the ambulance to the medical centre. Presumably they'll take them all. They're all looking a bit dizzy, aren't they? It's the heat as well, so adrenaline, crashing with heat, and then it'll just make you feel so sick as pictures freeze again over there in Tampa Bay. So they come forward. Megan.
I want to jump for some reason.
Alonso third?
Yeah.
Is it here?
I wouldn't, because we know what happened with the commentary box.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a long time ago, so...
That was...
Can jump like this.
I'm looking at my imaginary watch.
Oh no, that was that. It's just I think the leads are overheating. I need to sort this box out as well. It's not happy. Yes. Do you remember how you brought me all these jammy dodgers, by the way? I haven't even worn.
Yeah. You're gonna get your 7th tomorrow. Eat one.
Can I have a Mars bar instead?
I can get you one of those duo ones.
Yeah, I'll do. We'll have one together.
I
we're playing dinner.
Using OBS.
It's fun, isn't it?
Love using it because you guys can't see it on the stream, but above my camera, I can display Twitter notes to Adam and Josh.
Yeah.
And other stuff. It's just like a message system. Great.
I love it. I love it, Josh. I think it's pretty cool.
Although the F1 setup's perfect at the moment, so whatever you do, don't change that. This one,
this is my IndyCar setup, and it's cool.
Yeah, we need to get that sorted as well with everything. And
we are sitting like this.
From race control.
No. You can't be seen, Megan. Just the top of your head. Josh, where you gone?
We are aware of the debris on the front straight. Safety is on the way to get it. We are aware of the debris, and then 24 seconds ago, the debris on the front straight is being picked up. That is from race control and the AMR safety team.
Oh, this is it must have gone now because they've kept to the left. So this is just taking forever. The little owl says lots of chaos so far. Indeed, this is what our third.
I'm enjoying this now.
Indeed, but
Awesome speed Corsons.
They do, and this is the first race of the year. You get the feeling, don't you, that everything is back. Every single thing returns, and you're just like, what on earth is going to happen next?
I want more violence.
Next weekend, though, we get a week off. Nothing's happening here on the YouTube channel. And then the following week, we are at Saudi Arabia. Following week, I think another week. No, the following week it'll be MotoGP. A week after that, Australia. And several other series. And our first big weekend of the year, where, as you all know, I run around like a headless chicken, get no sleep, barely eat, and feel utterly shattered on Monday morning.
It's quite usual for you.
Yeah, say again, Josh.
Yeah, they are. They are.
We are going green this time.
Say again?
Green this time.
Ah, great. We'll go green then.
Cool.
I need stools. I know we've got one behind me, but I just can't bother to get it out.
But I have said it in commentators chat, and I'll say it here. I really, really do recommend at CD Hard with an E on Twitter. Absolutely incredible coverage.
Here we go again then.
Oh, pass me that chair.
This one.
No, that one.
I can't move. Right, we'll do it in a sec because we're going back to green flag running. Here we go again then. 5th time today. McLaughlin leads us to the green flag. Go! Go again!
McLaughlin's in first,
Dixon!
is he?
Dixon's trying to go alongside down towards turn number 1 to get ahead of Marcus Ericsson. He's still going to look for it. Doesn't go for it. Then they're all well done. All safely through the first corner. They don't want to make another drama.
I want them to make another drama.
Well,
and McLaughlin's in first.
Yeah, don't you curse him. Always Dixon! On the inside of Ericsson. Power's getting involved. And then Rossi's in 2 and another car in the wall. Just avoids him. My goodness. That was Rahal just about nearly hitting the wall.
That was close.
Adam, they're pushing like mad out there. Oh, and that's Herta!
Here we go again. It's Colton. I think it's Colton Herta.
It is. Herta's out. The man who needed to have a perfect start. He's out, and another caution.
Awesome, that.
Reverse.
Oh.
You can do it, Herta.
What did you say, Josh? Cautions bring cautions?
This is the third caution in a row, because we had the Connor Daly one, then we had that big accident.
Oh, he did reverse.
And now we've got this.
He did reverse, but
look at his damage on the front wing. Wow, wow.
He's taking a barrier with him.
No point getting a new wing, boys. The wishbone's broke. Herta's out. Adam, we were saying earlier on in the show, he needs to perform, and he's just gone in the wall.
Let's see how he did it.
Not a good way to start the season. So he needs, hopefully he can rebound at Texas Motor Speedway on April 2nd. So, wow.
So he's got, that's Rahal we're watching nearly hitting the wall. He outbraked himself and sort of got run wide. Oh, that was so close. He needs a Code Brown moment there. So new underwear. And this is Herta. Yeah. Oh, he was side by side with Power. Oh, and he just hit the wall. Herta out again.
Pass the thing over.
We're not. Why do you need that one?
Yeah, I want the chair.
Well, you've got that one. Why don't you sit in that one?
I get that during the F1 race.
Sit down.
I get that one during the F1 race. You deserve to sit down once in a while.
I'll kick you out of it when I need to sit, so sit down.
Fine, so I get to sit that side when you need to sit in this one.
Whatever. Okay, Octavius, hello. More like the Indy Caution series.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Hello.
We're only just.
We are green in the Indy Court. Yeah, that does have a ring to it.
We're only just past halfway, and we've been commentating for 1 hour 40 minutes nearly. No, 1 hour 30. We were green though for a remarkable let's just say we were green for 62 seconds.
Herta is not happy. I've just had a look at his team radio. I can't switch gears. There's no drive shaft on the bleep thing. This guy's a bleep. Bleep.
Okay.
He's just gone completely out of it, hasn't he?
And I will say, other language was used.
This is insane, absolutely insane. We'll go back to Tom Gaymore shortly as well to keep having the breaks because obviously need them every now and then.
You see why I enjoy this series, right? For a person,
yes, Megan, I know.
For a person who enjoys red flags and yellow flags and the crashes, this is just perfect.
Apparently, it's called a sun out, which is why they're having numerous issues. The sun's interfering with the data signal from St. Petersburg, is what Neil Cole's just told me.
Excuses.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
I'll
Fernando,
agree with that.
Megan, Fernando Alonso was at the Skypad analysing his race. I think that's a feature you must watch later.
Yes.
As well. Adam, let's get your thoughts. Fernando Alonso, you're not on grid anymore, which is a
Oh,
shame. What do you think?
All I know is it was awesome to see him. It was awesome to see Alonso on the podium. It is called This Year with Aston Martin. I think Alonso is going to win a race, and when it does, you may want to find a way to control Megan.
Imagine if he wins it on my
insane.
birthday.
I've got the sedation.
So yeah. Would I be right, Megan? If Alonso wins, he'll go insane.
Yes. Especially if he decides to win the race that's on my birthday.
That's right.
I think I will just have a whole bottle of champagne to myself that day.
Imagine having a race on your birthday. Look at you. Oh wait, I can't really say anything because I've got a double header of IndyCar. I've got I've got F1. I've got everything. I can't really say anything.
We will give you time.
Okay, Josh.
We will give you time off. Don't worry. We're not. This year, the whole team is gathering around everywhere, so we have time off.
There is
apart from me.
There is an imaginary line here, and an imaginary jail cell bars come up, and I cannot escape this.
Yes, that's true.
Whenever there's motorsport on.
However, as I say, everyone gets a break but me, which I think is
one to go at the line for the caution.
We will go green then.
I'm not sure I ever truly get a break. I mean, even when I was there's literally a video of you commentating, and then there's a screaming me in the background, literally a few months old.
Yeah, 2005 European Grand Prix. Raikkonen won that day. I could have killed you. Raikkonen was going to win that day before these tyre blew up and Alonso won.
I was a newborn.
Yeah, I know, but I hated you that day because you ruined the race.
I couldn't exactly help it. If anything, I was probably screaming because you were screaming.
You were 2 months old.
Yes, exactly. I was 2 months old.
Tell you what, though, what we could do with mats up here in the commentary box or something, all those feet cracker things.
It's almost 18 years ago. Give me a break.
How a contact with Herta caused Herta to go into the wall.
Yeah, so big no. And will Power get a penalty?
Has been directed to drop to the rear of the field for avoidable contact.
So he did get a penalty. Power will go to the back. So he's sixth at the moment, Adam, and that's now him. Bye for the rest of the race.
Not necessarily. It's called he can make his way from the back, Josh. It's called it's halfway to go. So
been done.
I did pick Will Power for pick a winner, so it's I still got my hopes up.
Oh, I haven't picked someone.
Is that avoidable contact? I don't think it is. I don't see the problem there. I don't know why he couldn't go through. This is the new one. What are you looking for? That's the latest one.
I haven't picked my pick a winner.
Oh, well, there you go.
Let's hope I don't pick someone who's already out.
Coming to the green flag once again at Tampa Bay in Florida, St. Petersburg. McLaughlin leads us away, going for a back-to-back. Romain Grosjean going for his first ever win in IndyCar. And look behind as well. Pato O'Ward looks to the inside line for second position. Thinks better of it. Into turn one. Meantime, Palou, all out of shape, nearly whacks into Ilon Rossi. Wow. Oh, well, Ilon's down in 7th and Eagle just got taken out, but he's pushing like mad. On board with Joseph Newgarden in P9, trying to make a position down. Looks on the outside, dives to the inside into turn 4. And Newgarden makes the move. Meantime, for the back, Lundgaard gets through as well on Malukas. Brilliant stuff going on right now.
No! Ilott, you go back up. Up.
Yeah, he's doing down, Megan, so maybe your pick a winner's not that great. Adam, clean restart for once. The race is on with 46 to go.
And who's the Jules?
Yeah, it's about time we got a clean restart, Josh. And who's out front? The defending champion of the race, Scott McLaughlin. But, Romain Grosjean wants to get on through. So it's going to be interesting to see if Romain can get around the Kiwi.
And Josh as well, Dixon is closing. He's got fast tyres and he pitches before the caution 2 ago.
Yeah, well, we have done a lap. of green flag running coming down into turn 1. Is Dixon going to have a look? No, he isn't. And that was someone coming into
Kirkwood.
the pit lane, and that was Kyle Kirkwood in the 27. Andretti Autosport. Has he got problems from his crash early on from going airborne? Probably. And Kirkwood is already 3 laps down.
I feel like that corner's the corner of doom.
It really is, isn't it? You sort of don't go there, you'll have a massive accident kind of situation. Just say, Octavian, by the way, off to a night shift. Hope you can cast the last 3 laps. Good luck on that. Little Owl says, more chaos as well. I enjoy crashes, but this is getting ridiculous. I have pinned Octavian's comment about more like the into caution. Let's go down pit road.
Dave Burns has more.
That is Renus VK. He's walked away under his own power, so I'm assuming you're okay. How did you try to miss all that?
Yeah, it's tricky out there. Good thing I'm okay, and I hope Jack will be okay because he looked like he was.
Well, my
in
original
pain.
pointing went to.
But yeah, bummer. It's very tricky out there, and Joseph was a little bit on the inside, and I'm an inch out there, like an inch on maybe 2 marbles, and you're out of grip. There's nothing, so very tough. Really bummed because you really want to finish the first race of the season. Every race you want to finish, but this one is important to carry momentum. So bummed for the guys. We had pace. We were doing very well. So yeah, bring that to the next one.
Lee.
Dave, the attrition rate continues to escalate. Out of this.
They've thrown back to Lee. I thought they were going down to the other Kevin Lee in the pit lane for some reason. As they come back on, 44 to go, and so far 2 Grand Prix in a row, and then we've got the weekend review just after this, looking back at Formula 1, Formula 2 and Formula 3, although I'm thinking, why don't we just do that tomorrow, to be fair? It's more of a Monday show anyway, like to pick things up as well. I might move that to tomorrow. Makes more sense. I can have more time. I can sit down as well. But we'll keep an eye out. Plus, I don't want everybody in the commentary box as long as possible. If you know what I mean, Megan.
I still have work to do, and I've still got to wash my hair.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, all I will say is we live next to a graveyard and a field, and there are things that
and a river
and things that enter our garden and won't leave as well. And literally,
I've grown desensitized.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and literally. Yeah. They can't get in the commentary box because it's brick, so that we're safe in here. But if you leave the commentary box, it's literally like what, Megan? 10. It's like 10 couple of meters away from where we are. So it's literally
about half a foot.
Yeah,
I mean a foot and a half.
Yeah, and when we leave this commentary box, I've got to turn the lights off, turn the computer off, pitch black, and lock the door. So I've got to stand out there. I'm terrified.
Well, good thing is we now both have very good lighting on
That's
phones.
true.
So over the years, I've just completely grown desensitized to that sort of thing.
Yeah, glad for you, Alf. I'm just worried that I'll open the comment box. I'm worried that I'll come in here
I've
tomorrow.
also grown desensitized to living next to a graveyard.
You've done it all your life. Go on,
the
Josh.
commentary box lights and computers turn off and the stream goes off in the middle of the commentary, and it's not technical issues, you know why.
Yeah, we've run away.
Yep.
I swear.
Well, he would have.
I was doing ERC once as well, and I swear I saw something went out the commentary box door. I literally jumped up on my chair so fast I didn't want to. I was stood up to the ceiling, up in the commentary box,
in here once.
just commenting.
Frogs get everywhere.
Yeah, there was a
here.
toad behind the chair. It's disappeared because there was actually a hole, but a toad can get in, other things can't.
Yeah, do you remember when I used to keep them as
They
pets?
haven't changed the graphics.
What do you mean, Josh?
They were showing the current tyres as black and red.
Oh, it's not black and red anymore. It's primary is black, and then it's the green alternate. It's no longer black and reds. I'm disappointed about that. I'm disappointed though, but that was something that I was learning when I was making my notes on Wednesday about it. Yeah, got my notes on the computer, but very thankfully managed to get them printed out. Thanks for the help back at the house, you and David there, to get them into this box. Otherwise, I would have been blind.
I miss having a little pond.
I don't.
I do.
It was a sandbox for a 3-year-old.
Four.
That the 4-year-old that the lid blew off, rained in, and then all of a sudden you just had a little pond. It was ridiculous.
And I had frogs and toads and a newt.
Okay, Adam. McLaughlin leading the way on the green tyre. Grosjean second on the blacks of the alternative. Do you see, on the primary, sorry, do you see Grosjean getting back ahead, or are we going to see McLaughlin do 2 in a row here at the only circuit he's visited now 4 times?
I think we're going to see Roman Grosjean find a way to get around Scott McLaughlin. He started on pole and You know, it's his third year at Andretti Autosports, so wants to win really badly. So if I'm Scott McLaughlin, I got a target on my back in Roman Grosjean. Wants to have first win really, really badly. So Roman Grosjean will find a way to get around Scott McLaughlin.
Roman Grosjean winning would be the perfect end to today. Josh, what about you?
Yeah, but first let's go to Colton Herta.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was pretty far ahead of him, and I felt a tag in left room, but felt a tag in the left rear, and oh yeah, he wanted to use for track room on the exit there. So yeah, I don't know what I can do there except for, I don't know, hit the wall. So it sucks. We were fast. We were on the black tires. A lot of guys in front of us were on the red, so we're gonna be able to make some passes there once our tires were going off. And it felt good. So yeah, it's unfortunate. See, he hits me there, gets me all wind up, and then yep, one mess.
It is a shame, Lee. They were fast.
Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I agree with that call.
Yeah, we were not.
Go on, guys.
Just a point. The broadcast window ends in 20 minutes with 38 laps to go. That's a bit of a problem there, but for Roman Grosjean, he could pull this off because there is no Armco barriers in sight in St. Petersburg.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, so come on, Roman! Deliver the best start to the season possible.
I know that you'll just go straight through this time.
Roman Grosjean last won a race in 2009. Let that sink in. When he was
That's too long.
Yeah.
That's too long.
That was when he was back in, or maybe, when he was in GP2.
I'm going to become...
He never even won on in Formula 1.
I'm going to become Megan now. Start winning races.
Come on, Roman. The entire motorsport community is behind you. Everyone held their breath in Bahrain 3 years ago when you had your massive accident. You called yourself and deserved it, the Phoenix. Are we about to see the feathers be ruffled for the first time in competition here in St. Petersburg? Grosjean's been second too many times. He wants a race win, and he is hounding Scott McLaughlin with 38 laps to go. Just pace yourself. There's another pit stop coming.
That's right. That's right.
Come on.
Pace yourself, and as long as you can get ahead, as long as you can get ahead of Scott McLaughlin, in your pit stop, I think you'll be good to go.
Adam, this track, it's difficult to overtake at. The real opportunity is really turn 1 and turn 4.
Josh.
So is it... you picked McLaughlin to win?
No.
To crash. Well, you do curse him, so that's not really surprising as well. Adam, the track, it's very difficult to overtake with, but do you see Grosjean finding a unique way through? He was famous for that in Formula 1, passing at difficult opportunities.
I do. I think Romain Grosjean will pass Scott McLaughlin in a place that you normally wouldn't see passing. So he's hounding Scotty Mac. So he's ready to pounce, like really badly.
I'm really excited now. Like, I really can't wait for this end of the race. It's shaping up nicely. Go on, Josh.
Feels a bit Dixon.
Grosjean's trying to go 1 lap longer than Scott McLaughlin. On the radio, that was the pit wall to Grosjean. Pit wall saying, great job, keep the pressure on. We're trying to go 1 lap longer than him.
1 lap longer. There, he's saying, do I pit? I was just saying on the radio, Josh, do I pit? Do I not pit? What's my call here? And I would say go...
I just thought of a funny song thing.
Undercut hasn't worked today. Overcut does. Go on.
I can only do it in a singing voice.
Well, you've got 10 seconds until maybe Grosjean crosses the pit
Do
lane
I
now.
pit or do I go?
Do I pit or do I go? Yeah. This is going to be a really close one. Pit road.
We talk about... Totally want to bring up that it's been a dozen years since you've won a race. I didn't even have to mention it. He threw out the year 2011. He's quite aware of it before he got to Formula 1. So I think it's safe to say that he's going to be going for it. As far as chatter, he's normally pretty talkative on the radio, so that tells me things are going well because he said nothing for a long time. They're in a good position, but it may come all down to this last pit stop coming up very, very shortly.
Oh, it's coming up, isn't it? We're getting ready. The tension begins to rise. As I understand, Tom might have got his computer sorted as well, ready for joining the team on USRN for Las Vegas as well. And it's been a very interesting day so far here, straight from Formula 1 Bahrain to St. Petersburg. And Adam, one of your favourite sayings, breakfast with Formula 1, lunch with IndyCar, and your supper or dinner also with NASCAR is the best way to spend a racing day. And today, it feels like everything's back in action. You said it yourself on Twitter.
Yep. And next weekend, Josh, the Repco Supercar Championship gets underway on the streets of Newcastle. It's a new car with the Gen 3. You have the Chevy Camaro versus the Ford Mustang, and Shane Van Gisbergen is the defending supercar champion, and he's got a huge target on his back this year. He's got his teammate Brock Feeney, who won the last race of the year last year on the streets of Adelaide, the last time a Holden Commodore will win in the Repco Supercar Series. So next weekend, if you've never followed the Supercar Series, you should, because that series has always delivered. This year, it's not Ford versus Holden. It's Camaro versus Mustang. Two iconic American brands going toe-to-toe on track, and we have Scott Dixon coming into the pits.
Yeah, and Grosjean's planning to pit in around 5 or 6 more laps.
Okay.
That was on the last lap, so around 4 or 5 more laps. Now that's
just
pit
coming
wall
in.
to Roman Grosjean.
Palou pitted in a 6.8 second stop. Now here's Dixon. Just have to do it because I've got to clear the stopwatch. Here we go. Go. Start it on. So it'll be the greens off, blacks go on. That's the primary tyre. A lot of fuel going in. Tail off strip going, and away he goes with a 7-second stop. The Dixon stopwatch there didn't work out. Lundgaard though did 7.6 in his stop, but Palou still in 15th position. And Josh, you say as well he wants to go 5 more laps, Grosjean?
Yeah, that was on the last lap, so around 4 or 5. But here is, I believe that was Ilott. Armstrong and Dixon.
Yeah, no, it's Canapino up to 12th position. Armstrong's ahead of him. And Adam as well, I completely agree with you. Supercars, a fantastic championship. Do join it later on next week as well.
Rossi and Ilott pit.
3 races or 2? Is it 3 or 2 next week?
It's 2 races, Josh. You have one. It's 250-kilometer races. So if you're like me and you're a motorsports fan, make sure you have your coffee and your favorite snacks, and find a way to watch the Repco Supercar Championship in 2023, because it's gonna be awesome and incredible.
I would also say about the Supercar Series, if you do not watch it and Adam does find out, Adam will come and find you and force you to watch it.
Thank you, Josh. You know me well, my friend. You know me well.
And I can't wait to watch it as well. It's one of the few series we don't cover here as well, which I don't know why, because I know USRN do some, but it's one of the series we don't cover. But honestly, that's because if I did cover my sleep schedule,
make you cover it
but
next year.
I do watch it all, and it's always recorded. But I think if I did do that series, my sleep schedule would be completely ruined over things. I'll look like a ghost as well. Or didn't the Nazis do something in World War II, Megan, where they tried to test people, see how long they can go without sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
They also did starvation.
Yeah. Say again?
Also did starvation.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to repeat those experiments without being tortured, to be fair. Although that's basically what Le Mans is, really, just an endurance test of how long you can sleep. I think, was it 42 hours we calculated I stay up during the Le Mans weekend in total?
Roundabout. Weird thing is,
It's a 24-hour race as well.
your brain starts to become delirious after so long.
Yes, I know. I'm also incredibly snappy at the end of the day. Like, honestly, as soon as...
A normal day.
Yeah, the adrenaline...
I live with you.
That's true. But as soon as, like, the Le Mans is over and the adrenaline stops, I'll go back in the house and I'm incredibly snappy with everybody.
Award pits.
Really snappy. Yeah, awards
New
in.
garden pits.
It's
Much
like,
as you can, I heard. Much as you can for Grosjean.
It's like trying to walk around a dog, which is really aggressive.
Yeah, don't annoy me. I've got your things sorted, by the way. But you will have to update because your iOS is massively behind. So I'll get
How far?
I need so much. And then goes award down pit road.
We want to show we can compete with Ganassi And Team Penske, not once in a while, on a weekly basis, they have shown that today for sure. Joseph Newgarden also coming in. He said these primaries will certainly help. 31 to go, and no movement from his Team Penske teammate, Scott McLaughlin, so far, who's still out front.
You got in 6.8 seconds as well. One ahead as well. That was 7.7 seconds in the pit lane. Rosenquist was supposed to be coming in, hasn't. No news on McLaughlin or Grosjean just yet, but Grosjean's ready in pit lane, so he will be coming in this lap. And it looks like he's putting on what is that? The blacks coming on? It looks like it is. I thought he's on. So he's on greens now. Ready? Here he is. Down pit road. Josh, what do you got for us?
Yeah, but the pit wall to Grosjean said use as much button as you can. That was what you heard, Josh. But get ready to start the stopwatch as he comes in towards the pits. Let's have a look at how good this stop is. Stopwatch starts around about now. Marcus Ericsson also comes into the pits. A good stop. It looks like there the NBC timer says 7.3.
7.7. For me, on mine.
I think NBC start there's a little bit after.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the delay of pushing the button. But 7.6 from Marcus Ericsson. Grosjean goes down to fifth, I think.
Yes, fifth. So it's not actually lost that much. 26 seconds back to McLaughlin. So Grosjean should theoretically, Adam, have the race lead after this pit stop. He's getting quite close again.
Yep. I think after
No,
the cycle of pit stops. So I think after the cycle of pit stops, we're going to see Romain Grosjean back in the lead.
Here we go. 30 to go. Last stop of the day, everyone. Here comes McLaughlin. He's on the greens. He'll change over from the alternative to the primary black tyres as well. No more sticker reds in IndyCar. It's sticker greens that you've got to get used to saying. In we go. Start the stopwatch. New tyres coming on. It'll be the black primaries. And away we go. A lot of fuel going in there. A lot of fuel. Twister front wing as well. Where is he going to go? 8 seconds. It was a 9.3 second stop. Romain Grosjean through turn number 1. They're going to come out side by side. Grosjean's on fresher tyres. And so just about McLaughlin stays ahead. But here comes Romain Grosjean on much fresher tyres.
Horseman.
Pulls around the outside line. New goes on the inside. Grosjean's going to go to the wall. And they crashed. And Grosjean and Newgarden are in the wall together at turn 4.
I knew that was going to happen.
I don't believe it. Grosjean doesn't know what's happened. And McLaughlin doesn't know what happened. And McLaughlin goes through to 8th. McLaughlin in the wall. And Grosjean in the wall. It's happened again at turn 4. Unbelievable.
Well, he's not going to do the double then.
Nope. That's true.
Malukas leads. Malukas will have the actual lead of the race because he'll get a free pit stop now. And Megan is gloating because she said that McLaughlin would crash. The curse lives on in Megan cursing Scott McLaughlin.
Megan.
Again.
See that door over there?
Again.
3 seasons. 3 seasons.
And it's still
Megan,
going.
why do you have to curse Scott McLaughlin?
What have you got against him?
It's just, why did I always curse Brendan Hartley? It's just we have a fate to line me with the cursing.
Oh, let's take a look at it.
I was gonna say, hey Josh, Willpower's up to second. Who did I say would be my pick a winner?
Oh, you trust you to get it right. Mine's out now with McLaughlin, but yeah, Adam's gonna get on the board. So
Grosjean is not happy.
Oh, he's really he's punched the
I wouldn't be
tyres.
happy to.
Let's see if they're gonna fight.
Just updating the
McLaughlin's gonna keep going.
No.
Is he gonna keep going? Grosjean's out. He broke the suspension, but is McLaughlin's gonna keep going? Oh, Grosjean's angry.
Yeah,
I would be too.
Grosjean.
I would be too.
If I cannot go racing anymore, what's the point of being here?
Oh wow.
That was completely Scott's fault. He turned in.
Yeah, Adam, Scott's fault or racing incident?
Let me look at the replay.
No worries.
Look at this.
I'm trying to.
Oh,
see, he turned in.
Understeer.
He turned in.
Yeah. Yeah, he made a mistake, corrected, and hit into the side. So that's McLaughlin's fault, even intentionally or not. It is his. Grosjean was around the outside. You don't have any right to be there. It's a broken suspension, definitely from McLaughlin and Grosjean. They're both out of the race.
Something fell from the bottom of McLaughlin's car. I don't think he should continue.
Yeah. There's the caution. Oh, 27 to
Look
go.
at Scott's crew. You feel for him. And Romaine's crew. Man.
Oh, my
The
God.
two top contenders here are out. So it's called. Oh, there are a lot of people's picks today. So,
He isn't still racing.
McLaughlin! He's still in the race. Is he? Yes!
Crash!
Yeah!
McLaughlin's
No,
still in the race. He's just got a new front wing. Shut up and drive.
In my words, so McLaughlin, shut up and crash!
Tom Gable, take us through while we have a break.
Drama here at the season opener in St. Petersburg. Romain Grosjean, Scott McLaughlin, the two cars that had it all to lose. Neither one of the drivers wanted to give up that turn 4. We've seen incident after incident up there, the low grip. And you've got to say, Scott McLaughlin there on his outlap, cold tyres. There was no way he was going to get that car stopped. And had he not hit Grosjean, well, he would never, ever have made the corner. Would Grosjean have got around the outside? Well, he stood every bit that chance, but he was always going to be on the marbles as well. It was last of the late breakers. We want to see drivers going for it. We want to see drivers wheel to wheel, and sometimes when it goes wrong, when neither one of them wants to cede position, this is the outcome. Well, neither one will head away from this Grand Prix of St. Petersburg with a winner's pot in their locker room. And for Michael Andretti, can you believe it? That Andretti Autosport Honda has been heads and shoulders above every car up and down this pit lane, and it's just gone away from Kyle Kirkwood's accident in qualifying yesterday to what we've seen on the racetrack today. Okay, Colton Herta, maybe the innocent victim there. We know Dev was in that turn 1 accident, but Romain Grosjean, that will be one that got away. Still no win for the Frenchman. We've got 25 laps still to go here in St. Petersburg. Who's going to walk away with the win? Well, Pato O'Ward in that Arrow McLaren, he's been brilliant. He's been bubbling away. He's been cool, calm and collected. Ninja hands, they call him in the US. Well, he hasn't been that today. He's been that driver that we saw from Will Power last year, Will Power 2.0, taking a leaf out of Alex Pallou's book. Pato O'Ward has been a very, very mature student out there on the first day of school. I don't want to jinx it, but he's looking very, very good there. Ahead of two Chip Ganassi machines, Ericsson in second, Scott Dixon, who's never won around this St. Petersburg track. Can the veteran get onto the top step? We'll have to wait and see. Let's go back to our NBC team.
Thanks very much to Tom Gable there as well, a friend of the channel. We've had him on before during pre-season testing. We will have him on a few F1 broadcasts this year as well. I'm going to send him a text message as well. Christian, what is this race? I hope you know it's IndyCar over in the NTT IndyCar Series. No longer the NTT Data IndyCar Series. Now it's down to the NTT IndyCar Series. And in terms of what is this race? Absolute chaos, isn't it, Adam? Just absolute madness.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it's been quite a start to the season of the NTT IndyCar Series. It's been a race that people talk about for a while, I would sound to say.
Certainly going to have to find some other words for IndyCar. Came on here, within 5 minutes we were under a red flag, and we've had how many cautions today? Josh, what have you got for us? Oh, Josh, can you hear us?
A quick Andretti recap. Herta had contact with Power, out. Kirkwood had contact with Harvey, went airborne several laps down. Grosjean had contact with McLaughlin going for the win. He's not winning. And Di Francesco out on lap 1. Not a good day for Andretti, it looks like.
So basically, if you want to fight today, you want to fight with an Andretti.
Yeah, and also, one thing. Josh turned his camera off due to anger.
I saw that. Christian says, I know it's the IndyCar. I'm watching it here in Germany on Sky Sports F1. Hello, Christian. I agree. What is this race? Absolute drama. We all going to need a break.
Basically, go on, Josh.
No, I was saying we're all going to need a break after this. Go on, I was letting you to it. Go.
Yeah, basically, Adam, it's a running joke of when anything happens, I just display a text message with how I'm feeling and just sulk.
Oh, I would agree with you, that, Josh.
Sulk.
I would agree.
Sulk.
Tell you what though, Josh, I haven't looked back at the F1 race yet. I know Richie did, and Richie's watching. I don't know if you've had time, but having Ian Birch in a different setup as well. Adam, you saw it when he briefly came in the box, but nice little setup there with a 3-cam setup. I liked it. Did you?
Yeah.
I
did. It was an interesting use
of
my laptop.
I did.
Fab. So yeah, this allows more people on.
Of course, if you turn on
The charger. I know. I'm sorry. I
Sorry.
was in a rush. He was supposed to come to the commentary box, but with other things going on, and we haven't moved everything for him to get in here, it was easier for him to commentate with a remote setup. Although one thing I will do is I want Tom's headset to replace the one that I've got in there. So that was because then you can use it too, Megan, and I can use it. Hopefully, when I'm over in America, if we get to Portland for Formula E, which fingers crossed. And yeah, all going to be good. Why are you charging my phone now?
Because it's less charge from mine.
I'm trying to charge yours up.
Octavius has claimed the
Is it 69?
the Indy Coursing
Call that Ultra
series.
bit.
Yeah, go on, Josh.
Yeah, the Octavius has claimed the Indy Coursing series. I have claimed the Indy Chaos series.
Well, I like that. I like that more than Octavius, Josh. I like that. Indy Chaos. Has a nice ring to it.
Tell you what, Adam. Joe Samiego just said in the Green Network chat, if F1 was a preview of their championship season with a Max dominating season, IndyCar is going to need the Wheel of Destiny to figure out pick a winner.
Yeah, that's true.
Looks like Megan's actually disappeared. Megan's laid on the desk up here in the comms box right now. She's got her head down on the desk with her headset on.
Wakey,
I am going to take a photo.
Again.
This is I'm taking a photo. Things like that, just like little things in the race. I mean, there was one. Actually, 23 to go now. There was one race we did, Megan. When was it? 2000 and I want to say 18, maybe.
I was going to say 18.
Yeah, and it was the first time we got those.
Australia.
Yeah, Australia. First race with our new headsets as well, and we had a new leather sofa at the time, and it was really comfortable. I was stood up, and the headset, because in those days we didn't do a watch along, was radio only. Megan was able to sit across from me with a much longer lead, so she was sat on the chair.
I was laid down.
And she was laid down on the chair with her head up, and I throw to her after one of the laps, and I look at her, and she's fast asleep. Middle of the race, and she's fast asleep. Not snoring though, because Megan doesn't snore, which is good
Tell
for the
them
audio.
how I sleep.
Megan literally sleeps like she looks like she's dead. It's very shallow breath, cold to the touch, and we've literally had to. As a baby, we were always just checking on her, and she's still the same now.
Maybe she's sleeping in the graveyard at night and then comes awake.
She's Wednesday Addams.
Our mother believes that I must have a condition with my hands and my feet where where the veins are narrower at the entrance of my hands and my feet because they're always cold even in the warmth.
But it was quite funny to Megan's. We can hear each other in these headsets like you can, and literally, that was such a hard hit. Just seeing again the replay at the start with poor. Such a hard hit. Why are the cars flying? That's what I want to know.
I have chosen airborne cars today, or I have chosen death.
It's pretty much it, isn't
or I have chosen death to my car or damage to my car today.
Yeah, but it's really funny to look over commentating and Megan's asleep in the chair with her headset on, and I'm like, okay, Megan, you just take that one off and I'll keep talking. And then the following year, she didn't even bother turning up in Australia until halfway through. Because I commentated on that race alone in this garage with Dad back in where he was too, actually. We use the same setup we haven't used since 2019 there, which is the first one.
There's a Carl Kirkwood running the Grand National there and falling
Beecher's
over
Brook,
one of
isn't it?
those jumps.
Coming through Beecher's Brook or Becker's Brook, whichever
Where
it's
is
called.
Carl
Kirkwood, I think he's. Where is Carl? He's 17th and still running. Despite the crashes, they're still running in this race.
At least he's avoiding everything.
Yes.
And we're going green.
We are! Green, 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 green! Come on, Megan, wakey. Although, you are wearing interesting colours today, I just realised.
But we are still on a replay.
Yeah, green flag is out, race is back on. Pato O'Ward leads the race. As we head down towards turn 1, get off the replay. Now we're live, and it's caught everyone by surprise.
Someone crash.
O'Ward leads, then it's Ericsson down to turn 1, coming back through as well. There's only so many cars left in the field. But there's Will Power making a way through there as well, trying to have a go. And that's trying to pass Canapino. And he's done it.
McLaughlin drive-through penalty for the contact with Grosjean.
That was obvious, wasn't it, coming through? And looks like everyone's just going to make it through. Okay, there's a side swipe coming back. That's Stingray Robb trying to make a move on Armstrong. The two rookies together. Nice to see Stingray back in the championship. Yes, Stingray Robb. Fantastic.
Stingray Robb.
Yes. So look at that from Pato O'Ward. 2.7 seconds to Ericsson. Dixon coming in too, and this was coming to green, Adam. And everyone, I thought I saw pictures wide. Nobody was ready for it. And that's why Newgarden dropped so many positions. Nobody was ready for that green.
No, it was like, and I will say this to you, Megan. You have on my high school colors today, black and yellow. So that's pretty cool.
Yay! Supporting your high school.
See? Thank you.
Kobe Lambeth has just texted in saying Jack Harvey is going to the hospital.
Why?
Yeah, so I presume a wrist. It's got to be because we saw he was clenching his wrist, wasn't
well,
he?
if Lance can drive with that, then he can.
Let's have a word with Roman Grosjean.
I think what happened was pretty obvious on TV, so I'm not going to elaborate too much on that. I'm very, very disappointed, and I hope there's going to be rules put in place. We had an amazing weekend. We had a super fast car. The team did a really good job. But I'm really annoyed to be talking to you while the race is going on.
There was mutual admiration between you and Scott last year. What will you say to him now when you get a chance to talk with him?
No, I still admire what he's done. He's come from V8 supercars and has done amazing. Today, I think it's not what we saw on track. Is not racing.
What was it?
I don't know. You tell me. But not racing.
Roman obviously upset, and it was to be his day, Lee. His car was so strong.
Grosjean led 30.
Insult the man while he's still standing there.
It was to be your day. Just like, yes, it was to be my day. And after everything I've been through, I've been named the Phoenix because I literally walked out of fire. You think people wouldn't smash me into a wall? I have enough trauma with that.
Well, he didn't go through the wall today.
Yeah, that's a relief.
He went through the tyre barriers, but not the wall.
Nothing can stop that man. I'm going through from.
Pictures are breaking up. We've lost pictures again from Sky Sports F1. So sorry about that, Adam. I know.
We're really sorry for the temporary picture problems again.
Well, these were the timing screens. As we look at them as well. So, Pato O'Ward leads 2.272 to Ericsson.
Cue the elevator waiting music.
Yeah. Well, anybody want to tell any funny stories while we wait? Waiting. Oh, there we go.
We're back.
Picture's back. Hey!
That's because apparently no one wants to hear our funny stories even.
Yeah.
I can think of plenty.
Megan, you just look like a severed head sat at the bottom of that screen. All right, whatever. Just stay there.
I'm just tired.
So,
I'm looking at screens all day.
Yes, Rob coming through. You need glasses.
Felix Rosenquist is back on track. What?
Is it? What? Is it? Where?
What? He's just set a new personal best.
Rosenquist is actually on track and 20th, guys. He's done 42 laps, and he's
40 laps down.
Where's he going to finish? He'll finish in 19th.
I thought Kyle was last.
Well, Grosjean's out. Herta's out.
Who's last?
He's like 8. He'll finish in like 18, maybe.
know if he's last.
Don't know.
He'll finish 40 laps down, but he is going to finish ahead of Colton Herta, which means 19, and you get points for every position, don't you, Adam? So that's actually it's a smart idea from Rosenquist to keep going.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's called. If you don't get a lot of points now, you got plenty of season to go. So you know, every little point helps.
Like Tesco.
That's funny because of where Adam actually works.
Ah.
Adam, what's your slogan at the shop? And I've never asked. I've always wanted to know.
Where I work is called I work at a grocery store, and our slogan is "Where shopping is a pleasure."
That's a great one.
It is.
Where shopping is a
Thank
ah.
you.
And it's a very
Thank
true
you.
statement.
I love that one.
Oh, it is. It is, and actually, guys, I'll tell you a story. Where I work, I actually work at a major grocery store chain here in the United States, and our headquarters is located in Florida, in a town called Lakeland, and we've been raising money in my job for it's called Feeding More Together, and all the proceeds our company matches dollar for dollar for local produce, and if our store wins among our district, then the other store managers and the other customer service managers have to come over to our store, and they have to clean and bag groceries, and we get to tell them what to do for the day. And I think we're going to win.
That's fantastic.
That is.
Oh, yeah.
Community spirit.
And also, our store manager, our goal is $8,000, and we are over our goal, so our store manager gets to feed us breakfast cafeteria style. So, hairnet, apron, and whatever we want for breakfast, he's going to fix. So, scrambled eggs, French toast, waffles, pancakes, muffins, sausage, you name it. He's got to fix it.
I had pancakes this morning. I had American-style pancakes this morning for breakfast. We both did. I want them again.
Have them every single Sunday.
Yes. Well, I usually have a full English, but I thought, no, I'll have pancakes today because
I
thought...
always
Can I point out who's fifth real quick?
American
I locked
pancakes on a
fifth.
Sunday morning.
You're right, yeah. I locked him fifth. Wow, he's going up the order massive in 15 to go. Yeah, I thought... we had a Chinese
nice.
takeaway last night, didn't we, as well?
Yes, so oily.
Yeah, and so I thought...
I
That
love
is a
Chinese.
Good haul for tonight.
But we had a Chinese takeaway last night, so I didn't want oily food this morning, so I thought I'll have the pancakes, nice and done. Oh, Adam, they're great. Proper American style as well. I must admit, Americans make the best sweet food I've ever had, and the best burgers.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it.
Best,
I ate the Grand Mac not long
yeah.
ago.
Best burgers, best steaks, best drinks, everything. It's all American. Like, for instance, Coca-Cola is what has been fueling me today. The original taste, it's absolutely fantastic. I must admit, it's fantastic. And nothing, by the way, Adam, I'm sure you agree, nothing can beat the Three Musketeers bars. Love them. That's my favourite chocolate bar of all time.
Thank you, Josh.
We import them from me.
And sometimes it's called, you have to have some American barbecue.
Yes.
So if you like ribs or
He's been wanting to do a barbecue.
brisket or turkey,
Brisket.
it's called, we have it. It's called, and there's a lot of good places here in the United States. You can go to Kansas City, Missouri. You can go to North Carolina, where I live. You can go to Texas. You can go to St. Louis. So there's a lot of good places for barbecue all across the USA.
Across the road from us, we have a tap room, and they have food trucks and food vendors.
Oh, I love
like local food vendors. And there's this one. They do an incredible brisket burger.
Yeah.
It is so nice, and I absolutely love it. And just to give you guys of how long my TV has been powered on today. What's left one in IndyCar and then NASCAR. And we're just seeing a replay of Grosjean and McLaughlin crash. I have just received my second "Your TV will power off soon" due to inactivity.
I turned mine off in the commentary box, otherwise it'd be annoying me.
Well, I have turned my skybox off.
Sorry, Josh. Look. It's
Graveyard car.
Crash car paddock.
It's the used car lot there as well.
Yeah,
Do you
I
know?
have turned my skybox one off, but the actual TV one, I don't think you can turn off.
Luckily, I can on ours in the box, Megan.
I've never, ever eaten a meat that I haven't disliked. And I've eaten so much meat.
Lamb. I'm not keen on lamb. I don't know why, but lamb for
No,
me.
you never have been that keen on lamb.
I've had a lamb shank before.
Ali,
and that's okay. But for me, I think I would never go for lamb. I don't know what it is. I think that's the one I just don't like. It's a weird one, but yeah.
I tried duck yesterday from our sister's meal.
Is that more of a fish, though?
No.
That's more pescatarian.
Bird.
Yeah, bird.
And it's really nice.
Like chicken's bird, isn't it?
I I apparently love all kinds of meat. I'm pretty sure I've even had haggis before, and I liked it.
I've never had haggis. That's called. I've never had haggis, so it's called. I know what it is. I know what haggis is. So
Yeah.
so it's if it's called. It'll be interesting when I have it for the first time.
It is a very interesting food to have.
You can you guys can have some haggis for me.
We will. I'll tell you what, though, I don't know why we've never done. We talked about it last year, but every country we race in for Formula 1 and all that, we never tried local foods. We never did that series.
We are always eating.
So why didn't we do
it
a
would
series
make
for it?
sense for us to do that, because me and Joshua, for
Thank
some
you.
reason, have
Thank you, Megan.
massive
Thank you.
appetite.
But the thing is, we'll get to America. We'll get to America. We'll just stuff our faces.
Yeah, because we love American food.
It'll be everything.
That's good, Josh. That's good. It's called yeah. You guys are welcome to come over here to North Carolina, where I live. It's called there's a really good barbecue restaurant not far from my house, and they've got everything: ribs, brisket, turkey. So you guys are always invited to come over here.
That sounds like my idea.
When my flight arrives, Adam.
Fine. I'll be waiting at the airport.
Tell you what, though, Adam, you told me once, I think a year ago, about that lovely chain restaurant you want me to visit as well, where they do the big burgers, the big juicy meat burgers, and the best milkshakes as well.
Yes.
Oh, I want that. I just really, a nice proper milkshake. The McDonald's milkshake that we get in this country aren't really the proper milkshake. It always bugs me. I want a good proper milkshake with a good proper burger. And you know, I'm hungry now.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. It's called. Actually, I didn't eat lunch, so it's called. After this, I'm gonna go get me a PB&J before I eat dinner and watch the NASCAR race. So,
we have Swiss roll, by the way.
Fantastic, Swiss roll, guys. Is it homemade or is it shop bought?
Shop bought.
Is that because we got homemade cake?
And it's headlaps going. Pat Ward is in the lead, and second is Marcus Ericsson. And for those of you who don't remember, last year, somebody here picked Marcus Ericsson to win the Indy 500. I wonder.
Maybe picked it a week before.
Again this year.
I got that so right, and I was literally buzzing in the commentary box. I picked that a week before.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a look over at the timing screen at Will Power, the only driver on the alternate tyre in the top 13, and then going back to food discussion.
Yeah.
I have asked my dad for Chinese tonight with ending it with pretty please with a cherry on top.
Yes, gotta have a Chinese.
Oh, cherry with me.
Oh yeah, Megan's allergic to cherry.
I think Chinese and NASCAR at Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love prawn crackers. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you just reminded me. That's the second time we've done that today.
And sour chicken balls. And I would like to say that again. Chicken balls.
Yes. Oh, we had chicken balls last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
Anyway, we've had to fill for a bit because the TV pictures on my side have been glitching in and out. But with 9 to go, finally the field has caught up. Yeah.
Is back in his second home.
Oh yeah, he's back
The
in the
pit lane.
He will finish ahead of Herta though, and he won't. I think that's him done for the day. But he'll go out on the last lap because otherwise he won't get registered. But he can't be passed by Herta, and he can't be passed by Grosjean. So he's pretty much done for the day. But we have got a fight on our hands for the end of the first race here of 2023. Pato O'Ward leads, 7 tenths back is Ericsson, and then a couple of tenths back again, another 7 tenths is Dixon in third. They are all closing in for a three-way fight here at Tampa Bay. And this is going to be absolutely electric, Adam. Three-way fight. It's taken a while to organise that for them to get in, but now the race is on.
It's about time. And could Marcus Ericsson win again? And Scott Dixon, Scott Dixon is a former series champion, and he's never won here. So you know how bad he wants to win here in the streets of St. Petersburg. So we're setting up for a very fantastic finish in the NTT IndyCar season opener.
Trying to look at where Dixon is. Here we go. He's finished 6th, 2nd, 22nd, 16th, 18th, 16th, 3rd, 2nd. Now just getting back again. 5th, 4th, 15th, 7th, 3rd, 6th, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 8th, and 8th again. So literally, you're right, Adam. He wants to win and not have so many seconds at this track because he needs to win at St. Pete massively.
Yeah, it's called Scott Dick. Scott Dixon is a veteran here in the series, and he wants to start this year with a very strong finish. And don't count out Scott Dixon for the championship either. He is a very talented driver. Like I said, former series champion. So you want another Kiwi to watch besides Scott McLaughlin? Scott Dixon is another good choice.
Pushing hard, 7 to go, and they're all closing back up together. Picture's starting to freeze again, so I'm hoping we don't lose it, and we actually get to see the ending of this. The reason there's a problem is because there's an interference in the signal dish, and they're on Sky Sports Action, not Sky Sports F1, as the F1 were covering the end of the F1, to be funnily enough, the end of the Bahrain Grand Prix as well. And I don't know where we'll be, whether or not with that red flag that happened, if we've got enough time to cover the Grand Prix review today. So I think we'll push that back to tomorrow, and then I can film something and get it out as well in nicer conditions. Maybe we'll actually no. Maybe we'll go on location. Maybe I'll go on location and film it. That might be something as well. Don't know. We'll have a think. Where's a good location? Is it wet tomorrow? Is it dry? Don't know. We'll go on location.
Check for weather. Apparently there's a 70% chance of snow on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Well,
no.
That's interesting.
Snow?
Yeah.
Really?
And there's another.
It's called
2 days after
oh, fire!
Fire!
New Garden.
New Garden's got fire, and he's blowing up. The engine's gone. So
That's the opposite of snow.
Get back to the pit lane ASAP. Oh, and Joseph Newgarden's going from bad to worse. He was going to finish in 9th. And now
he's
not
going to make it to the pit lane, I don't think.
Oh, and when he stops as well, Adam, it's going to go boom.
It reminds me of Sainz.
Yeah. Oh, it's really on fire now, Adam. That's really bad.
And I promise I didn't touch the driver tracker again.
Yeah, it's just gone off. It's gone off on our screen too. Josh, the app's going well, but fire, fire, fire. And in he goes. Newgarden's out.
I promise I didn't pick him.
What is happening? Unbelievable.
Time to get the not the marker of doom, but the highlight of doom.
There you go. There you go, Josh. Why not?
Is that car gonna?
Has he put it out?
No, I don't think so. I think he's turned the engine off so the ignition stops. But look how close! Look how close Ericsson's getting to a ward as well. Closing in with half a tenth. Now Newgarden stopped. Fire extinguisher there, and they don't need to use it. I think it's gone out. Yeah.
He's put it out.
Cool, calm thinking. Well done there from Newgarden. Well done. Good lad. Good lad. Right, 4 to go.
It's impressive.
My feet actually kill. Go on.
It's chance of snow.
All right, maybe not location then.
Unless you want to be freezing.
Yeah. Well,
So there's a. This sounds a very detective-like. Just calling the location as location.
Yeah. I have to point out, Megan has her own iPhone now that's capable of looking at the weather perfectly. She still needs mine.
Charging. Yours is mine's charging.
Whatever. Okay, now
Talking about new iPhones, I know someone who would help you with your new iPhone, Megan. His name, you might have heard of him. It's a certain iOS developer called Marcus Armstrong.
Yours isn't showing me what I want to see.
Oh, I'm so sorry if it's not your phone. He does work with headsets on. Get out of the way.
I know.
Yeah, it's going to snow. On Thursday.
Oh, Thursday now.
Right. Oh! Get out of the way! Ericsson!
Put it back on charge.
Ericsson leads! Ericsson leads before the line! He's jumped him!
See? Anyone have Ericsson?
Do you see what you do? Marcus Ericsson takes the lead at St. Petersburg with 3 to go. And Adam, the awards ties are gone. Here comes Dixon.
Yep. Here. Yeah, I think award is called Scott Dixon's going to pass Pat Award, and then I wouldn't be surprised if Alexander Rossi finds a way around.
right.
And how about Alexander Rossi on debut with Aaron McLaren?
He could
he could be in a shot for.
Oh, look up! Someone's off! Sorry, someone's off. Straight off down there at the end of turn 9 and 10. I don't know
Is
where
that
that is. And I think so. Is it Armstrong, maybe?
That was the number 51, I do believe.
So it's Stingray Rob. Go straight on. Oh, and there was a misfire down the straight to O'Ward. Sorry to cut across you there. I'll throw it back to you, Adam.
Yeah, nice to see Alexander Rossi have a good start with his new team this year. Like I said, Alexander Rossi, new team, he's out for redemption.
Oh, come
yeah,
on.
Just having a look at the drive tracker, and
He's
the
coming.
number 51 is stopped.
So that is Stingray Rob out of the race then. You're right, Adam, this could be a podium if he can get in. But this is going to be a fight to the end. You can sense it coming here at St. Petersburg. Armstrong's passed Canapino as well for 12th position. Canapino, the touring car legend, of course, made his way over here to IndyCar to try his look at racing in the 78 as Daly has been passed. He's got past Rob now as stops. There he is off the track there, down, as you said, at turn 10. So, you know what it is then, Rex? You have to stand up for this one for one more lap, I'm afraid, because there's only 60 seconds left. For the first time this year, white flag in the air here at St. Petersburg. One more lap to go, and then the craziest season opener for IndyCar in a long time can come to a close. And we can all breathe a sigh of relief, because it's going to be Marcus Ericsson, last year's Indy 500 champion, Adam, who's on his way to victory. And this could be something special to start off the season.
Yeah, and his sponsor is one that a lot of people really like. It's Husky Chocolate, and
still can't find
so I
it.
wish we had Husky Chocolate over here in the USA. Do you guys have it over there in the UK yet, Josh?
Well, we did.
had Hershey.
Yeah, we did have Husky, and then because of Brexit, we don't have it at the moment. So I'm waiting to get some and send it over to the Americans as well. Oh, you lot over there for everyone.
I'm just going to remind you,
Go on.
if I could quickly,
Quickly.
that about the curse of the person who's winning the first race doesn't win the Indy 500.
Good point. Let's hope it changes. Marcus Ericsson exits the last corner and wins on the streets of St. Pete. And the season opener in Florida goes to him. Pato O'Ward second. Scott Dixon third. Chim Ganassi's happy. McLaren have had a redemption day after misery in Formula One. They've had joys here in St. Pete. And Dixon back on the podium. Rossi fourth as well. And Callum Ilott to fifth. Fantastic. What a race. That was crazy. I think the broadcast looked okay, though, with all the technical difficulties we had.
I'm sure it did.
Oh, I'm ready for bed. That's it. Ready.
For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Sleepy beeps now. That's it. All done. Adam, Marcus Ericsson, worthy season opener winner. Hot chocolate time, I think, then bed. Brilliant
We have
race.
hot chocolates.
We do.
Yeah, it's chocolate time, and then for me, it's time for the NASCAR Cup Series race in Las Vegas. So I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how that goes, and I know Josh Turner is going to watch the Cup Series race.
I think we know who's going to win that one, though.
I know who I picked to win Las Vegas. I picked Alex Bowman.
Oh,
so,
I picked Kyle Busch.
Well,
same, yeah, Carl Busch.
That's you guys have good choices, you know. But Hendrick Motorsports car has won there the last few times, so so it's called Alex Bowman wins when nobody expects it.
I'm going to turn my mic down for this.
Go on.
I picked Scott McLaughlin because there was background with cars and drivers doing the double, but then Romain Grosjean, which I like Romain Grosjean, comes along, goes side by side, and then Scott McLaughlin decides to do his thingy, and Scott McLaughlin does what his highlighter is about to do, and goes like that, straight into the wall.
No one should
And
ever
I've now
pick Scott
got to go
McLaughlin while
find
I'm
that
in the
highlighter under my bed.
Yeah.
No one should ever pick Scott McLaughlin while I'm in the box.
Didn't expect you to be in the commentary box there.
Yes, I didn't. What? Megan, I don't know if the door is what way I'm facing. The door's that way or that way. But whatever way it is, do you see that door over there?
Yeah, you're pointing right.
I'm gonna open it for you right now.
Correct.
And then slam it.
Well,
Can't leave it
probably
open too
drive
long,
anything
otherwise
away.
things will get in.
If you slam it, it'll drive it away.
Yeah.
Gonna be spooky.
I really don't want to be there. I'm looking around because it's night and thinking is anything in the box.
Just looking at them.
But what happens if you're in the commentary box at like 3 a.m. when it's Australia?
Don't. They'll be gone by then.
Yeah, they'll be gone.
I can really. Oh, and that's an award stopped at the end of the bit then. Okay, that's good. Post-race coverage is continuing on Peacock because they ran out of time. Suddenly, we've run out of time because I think Sky's going to go off. Hope not. I want to hear from Ericsson before we go off. Yeah. I want to hear from Marcus before we go off here, and we'll get the final thoughts from the gang here.
Very red in the face.
Yeah, well, would you be after that?
Yeah.
Right, also, if you're joining us, because of the red flag and everything, our review show is going to air tomorrow at, I think, 6, what's a good time? 5 p.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 p.m. tomorrow, we'll air our weekend review and get all our graphics together. Well, we're not going to hear from him because the picture's frozen again.
We're really sorry for the temporary picture problems.
Oh, Sky. Right, for final thoughts. Adam, final thoughts. What do you think of that one?
What a way to start out the NTT IndyCar Series season. We saw a red flag. We saw cars in the air, but in the end, it was the defending Indy 500 Series champion Marcus Ericsson starting off the year with the win. And unfortunately, Scott McLaughlin couldn't go back-to-back for the next time out. We're at Texas Motor Speedway, so it's going to be interesting to see how we go from a street circuit to a high-speed oval. So we'll see what happens on April 2nd.
We'll get Josh soon, and Megan, let's hear from Marcus.
Yeah, you like flying below the radar. I don't think you're going to be able to fly below the radar much longer.
I don't mind that. That's all right. Bring it on.
How about Taylor Kyle getting his first win in his first race with you?
Yeah, he's been a great addition to the team. Taylor has come in and, brought a lot of experience and energy, and he's been great working with so far. And, win on your first try, it doesn't get much better than that. So, I'm very thankful to Taylor, but the whole Husky Chocolate team, and Honda as well. The Honda engines were great all weekend. And it's just... Yeah, it's such a great start to the season.
I love what he said. He said, I don't care what people think. We're here to win, and we're here to be in the championship contention all year long, Dave.
Thank you. Right, Josh, final words from you. We're sorry for temporary pictures. Brilliant! Brilliant! That is the one of the season already. Go on, Josh. Final thoughts from you.
Well, it's been a bit chaotic, hasn't it?
It has. I thought Bahrain was simple. I was worried about that, but this has tired me out. Go on.
Yeah, it really, really has. And hopefully we don't get too many more airborne cars. But that were a couple of scary crashes, and we really should have got a second red flag with that second airborne crash. But because of scheduling, because TV
rules
think they are on top, not driver safety, then we just had Corson's, and St. Petersburg became St. Car Parksburg.
Pretty much. Thank you, Josh. Megan, final thoughts?
I think I would like to see a lot more crashes, and I'm angry at Scott McLaughlin.
Really?
Because he continued while Grosjean couldn't.
Okay, my thanks also to Tom Dillon for joining me in the commentary box earlier on, and he had to step out. My thanks to Josh for helping out with the graphics once again. My thanks to you, Megan. My special thanks to you, Adam, for joining in the comms box. Can't wait to work with you again this season for a couple of races. I can't wait to have you on, and take care, everybody. Well, thank you at home. Mega day. We've had Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1, now IndyCar. IndyCar certainly was the most dramatic, wasn't it?
Yes.
We're up and running for everything now.
It's only made up for earlier.
Yeah. MotoGP kicks off in 2 weeks. We take a week break, but we'll be on air tomorrow for the weekend review of FIA Formula 1, Formula 2 and Formula 3. And we will be back with you as well 2 weeks' time with coverage from Saudi Arabia of Formula 2 and Formula 1. IndyCar returns in a month, believe it or not, 2nd of April. As Adam mentioned earlier on, we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway. Josh will be there. Tom Dillon will be leading the commentary, and I'll be joining in and out for the next 2 races before being back with you for the permanent remainder of the season. Fingers crossed, at least, until we know more start times. But it's all about helping out. My thanks to you, Megan. My thanks to Josh. My thanks to Adam. Adam, and thanks to Tom. Thanks to all of you at home. First race done. Marcus Ericsson, he's top dollar bill here in Tampa Bay. Well, maybe we could trade him for a local footballer. I hear he's not too bad. Thanks for your company. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.